Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. ATLien.
Get ready, because you are about to be an ATLien. What's up, squad? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Shout out to my mods who got in here early. Shout out to all my Patreon members who got in here early. And shout out to all my members who got in here early. And shout out to me for being late. I certainly apologize, y'all. This one woman army over here. I gotta be producer, director, talent. Okay, I gotta be everything. Okay, I gotta set up everything. I gotta plug in everything. I gotta make sure the sound is good, so y'all don't be like, "Oh, we can't hear." I gotta make sure y'all see me, honey. I gotta play stylist. I gotta get my jewelry together. So y'all don't be dragging me talking about some. Oh, I don't like that outfit, honey. So I gotta get that together. Okay, I gotta get my wig together. I gotta get it. I gotta play hairstylist, makeup artist, fashion stylist, and technician. Okay, so shout out to all of the squad for being certainly patient with me. I thought that all this weekend I was gonna sit around in my bunny eating chips. That's what I thought. I thought that I didn't have to go nowhere and that everything was gonna be canceled because it was gonna be ice and snow on the ground and everybody's lights was gonna be cut off because the trees was breaking on the power lines. That's what I thought. But in Atlanta, at least over here where I live, we didn't get that. So I'm still trying to make excuses like, you know, it's gonna snow this weekend. I had dates and everything. You know, I don't want to get out. The road's gonna be bad. But look. Salute to everybody who did get snow. Okay, I hope y'all are staying extra warm. I hope that your heat is working. Listen, my friend who lives very, 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 very north of Atlanta actually called me a couple of hours ago and told me that her lights was off. Okay, they had some power outages out there. So I mean, it did affect some people in the outskirts and some people, but you know, there's that. Why y'all all in my business? Talk about, did I have a date? Did you have a date? Yes, dates. You know, I am single and I am out here in Atlanta to mingle, honey. Anyway, moving on, like this video. You said yours was delayed, but you got it. Okay, we might still get it. And yes, pink hearts to Mama Brown, because Mama Brown got like 5, 6, 7 inches of snow. Okay, out there in Memphis and South Haven, Mississippi, and all the surrounding areas, they got some snow. Okay, my sister even sent me a picture talking about, look what we got, what y'all get. And then I sent her a picture saying, here's what we got. And it was nothing but grass on my picture. It was nothing but grass on my picture, honey. Let me see what she has said. It was 42 degrees when she had texted me today. I sent her, oh, I can't show you that. That's why. This is what I showed my sister today. This was my house. That was my little driveway right there, a part of it. And then her house was this right here. She showed me this. I was like, you win, because I didn't get it. Okay. She showed me this. Okay. She showed me all this ice up to the window. I was like, child, I don't have none of that. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm still up here waiting. And then I had to fight all the people at the grocery store because I wanted to make sandwiches. Okay, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make sandwiches. I'm gonna be making all my dishes off of YouTube, all my dishes that I found off of TikTok. I'm gonna be cooking, honey. I just had all these plans, and it is what it is. You said what you say? You said, did you listen to Kenya More delusional ass? We gonna talk about that, friend. We gonna talk about Kenya Moore's delusional ass. We gonna talk about Kenya Moore saying that I lied on her. We gonna talk about everybody who say I be lying. All the followers who been following me for dang near 20 years. No, I don't lie on people. I might not say what you want me to say. I might throw a little fun shade, but one thing that I don't do is lie on people. Okay. So we will talk about that as well. Also, it was my goal to come on live today to celebrate Lanithia Leaks, honey. This is the Nene News Network. And so, we're going to talk about this ultimate girls trip, road trip, whatever they're going to call it, and how it came through Atlanta, honey. And Nene was blowing up the spot. We're going to talk about that. And yeah, of course, I put Kenya Moore's eviction on there, and her I guess we can review some of what she said. I guess I don't have it pulled up, but I'll pull it up for y'all. Okay. You love my look. Thank you, friend. It's so crazy when I be stuck in the house. I be finding all the clothes. Child. I been had this shirt, and then I had these joggers, these wide leg joggers, child. And why they the same material? Child? I done made me a little two-piece outfit. Y'all know I live for me a little two-piece. And these pants right here, they got a little thing on the pocket. Oh, y'all can't see because of the thing. I'm just modeling. These pants right here, see, they got a little, what the little thing at? Oh, there it is, right there. They got a little thing on the pocket right there. And they don't even go with this. And I put it together. I'm like, oh, I got me a little two-piece. Got me a little two-piece to hang around the house in, honey. Anyway, I'm just digressing, child. You said, hey, Cheryl, what's up, friend? Daily Peach Housewife said it was definitely Nene's moment. It was Nene's moment, honey. She has arrived, and all eyes are on her. Yes, bling, bling, bling. The bitches is mad. They are real mad. Listen, I already told y'all 15 times. We did about 4 live streams talking about Nene's return and how people are eating it up. It's so many people want to hate on her. So many people want to hop in the comments and be like, oh my God, how is she returning to the people that she sued? Why is she there? Well, if they're going to celebrate her, if they're going to celebrate her, if they're going to give her all of these accolades, if they're going to roll out the red carpet for Nene Leakes after she accused them of all these things, clearly there was some truth to it. I'm just saying, people be all in their feelings and stuff. I'm just like, this is their way of making amends. This is not her way of groveling back to get her job back. This is their way of making amends. They done held her back too long. Now the door is open. Now come on home. Okay. Even Vicky Gunvalson put on her Twitter, come on home, honey. Vicky has sued, child. They welcome Vicky back. Okay. But y'all said that, the rules is different for the black girls. The rules is different for the black girls. Child. Let's start at the beginning. As y'all get in here, go ahead and like this video, please, and thank you. And we will get started with the Nene Leakes, honey. Arcade Intelligence, Arcade Intelligence said finally was able to catch my girl online since becoming a content creator myself. Shout out to D Hayden. I always tell y'all, all y'all got to do is start. Okay, all y'all have to do is start. Only thing I ask you to do, don't be coming over here and promoting your stuff. No, just kidding. I love my squad. A lot of my squad has become content creators, okay? But look, don't be trying to come over here and steal all my people. I took 20 years to build, but I'm going to shout you out every time you come through because I know you held me up, friend. I'm going to hold you up. And that's not to you. That's not to you, friend. I'm talking to some other people that kind of came in and fell out. I'm not talking about you. I know you good, D Hayden. Shout out to D Hayden. Y'all go over there to the Arcade Intelligence, okay? You said Colorist Claudia in here. She always in here. You know who's always in here up under their aliases? Colorist Claudia and Kenya Moore. They are two of my biggest fans. You may recall when the girls trip road trip situation was announced, when Porsha said she was first member of the cast. I was the first. I mean, I told y'all the night Porsha was on Watch What Happens Live that the OGs were in their feelings, honey. I said that Sheree had been calling up to the executives. Child. I had told y'all that everybody was like, everybody on that cast is an OG except Porsha. And if you don't believe me, fact check. I always tell y'all to fact check my tea. I always tell you, go back and look at the time that I said it, the timeline, the date, match it up with when Watch What Happens Live came on. It was the exact same night. And then the next day, all the other blogs start saying it. Oh my God, they're all OGs. Porsha's the only OG. And then next thing you know, Kenya Moore up under the damn comments on the blog. All the OGs should have been Nene and Sheree. And it's like, Kenya, we know you was in the live stream, girl. We know you was over here in the live stream writing down, taking notes, plotting and planning, trying to figure out how you could be a live streamer too. And I told y'all that too. I said, everybody want to be a live streamer. I've been saying that for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Everybody want to be a blogger. Okay, I need to put that on the shirt. Okay, remember I said that about Kandi. When Kandi was talking about the blogger said this. Next thing you know, Kandi over there on her page blogging, speaking on it on every episode, reviewing every episode, just like the bloggers. Then next thing you know, here come Kenya Moore, just like the bloggers. Then you got colorist Claudia want to be on everybody's channel talking about pop culture. The blogger. Everybody want to be a blogger until they blogged about. But anyway, I know I'm just on my little rant. Okay. But anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about. Nene Leakes rolled out the red carpet for Nene Leakes, and then Nene Leakes rolled out the red carpet for everybody else. And y'all know I got the tea on all of the events of the weekend. Now, let me go over here, because shout out to Freddie O, because Freddie O be taking all the pictures, honey, and then Nene Leakes be posting all the pictures. So the first, it was a bunch of pictures that leaked, but I like looking at the pretty pictures that they put out to the masses. Okay, and so Bravo had leaked some pictures over there. Let me go to Bravo first before I go to Nene's pretty pictures. Bravo TV. So Bravo said we gonna leak LEAKES this before it gets out. Okay. And I thought that was okay. I'm like, okay, Bravo social media team. That was ingenious. Okay. Shout out to the Bravo media social media team, honey. They said they are posting this group shot before it leaks. LEAKES. Okay. And y'all talk about they don't see it for Nene like that. They don't see it for Nene. Well, clearly they do. They use the Nene and everything. They didn't say we gonna Porsha this. We gonna Phaedra that. They said they about to leak it. They gonna post it before it leaks. Nene Leakes is back in the building. Hashtag RHUGT. And you see everybody that's there with Nene. There's Giselle. There's Phaedra with her blonde wig. Honey, Phaedra looks amazing with her fur coat on. There is Vicky. There is Kyle. There is Nene. There is Porsha. There's Teresa. There is Countess Luann. And who is that over there? And there's that other lady. I don't know all the people, but I know I tried to get them right. Okay. If I didn't get them right, y'all put the name in there for me. But everybody looked amazing, honey. Nene up there got her cat suit on. And this particular image was taken at Lips. LIPS. And I'm giving you tea that don't nobody have. Okay. And if you heard it from somebody else, they heard it from me first, because I was up under the comments. Okay. And so look, there go me right there. And there go Nene right there. And then there go me right there. I said, yes, the queen is back. And we all love an ATL drag show, honey. Not me spilling tea on the Bravo website. I know they like, how ATLien be knowing? I know they be like, how ATLien be knowing? Because ATLien be everywhere. Okay. If you live in Atlanta and you haven't been to the Lips drag show over there on Buford Highway, you are missing out. Okay. Everybody take their girlfriends up there. Everybody had their birthday parties up there. I went up there for my cousin's birthday for her 60th birthday party. It's so funny because I sent her the one of the little things popped up, the memory popped up on my phone just a couple of weeks ago. Her birthday was in October, and I sent it to her, and she didn't even recognize herself because they call you on stage and they do a little something, they sing for you to be the drag queens and all that. It's just a fun time, child. It's just like the drag show in Miami, except it's in Atlanta. But anyway, I'm digressing. So all of the ladies went to Lips drag show. And here's some other tea that don't nobody got but me. Okay. Um, the drag queens up there at Lips, they all dressed as some of the Real Housewives. Okay. And this particular road trip is to celebrate 20 years of Housewives. And each of the drag queens, I guess some of them have their favorites, but one of them was dressed like Nene Leakes, one of them was dressed like Porsha, it was somebody dressed like Teresa. The drag queens gonna kill it. Okay, so they put on their best and they performed for the ladies and everything. So that's one of the scenes we gonna get to see, honey. Just look, spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, don't be over here because I'm gonna tell it. Okay, I'm gonna tell it. Like, I don't know what the verbiage was. I don't know who was talking to who and what the arguments was because I wasn't there. I'm just telling you what happened in the performance. Okay. I got me a few drag queen friends. Okay. I'm just letting you know what happened in the performance. Okay. So yes, you remember, do you not remember? I think this is supposed to kind of be reminiscent of who was it that had the drag show? Who was it that had the drag show? Let me Google it. Remember who had the drag show and they had that drag queen looking like Nene and Nene didn't like it? Hold on. Who was it? I gotta Google it. Was it Phaedra? Who was it? Who was it, child? I can't remember who it was. But they did a drag queen show and Nene didn't like her drag queen. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember? Okay, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah. And so I think it's kind of piggybacking off of that because originally what they was gonna do was like, kind of pay homage to Nene's Leaks gays and girls white party. But it's wintertime. Don't nobody want to wear no white in the winter. Okay. So I guess, they figured, to kind of like pay homage to the gays in Atlanta, they would do it at, the drag show. And that's what they did. So, as all the drag queens be dressing up like Nene. I'm up here Googling Nene Leakes and the drag queens, and all the drag queens is dressing up like Nene. Jasmine Masters was dressing up like Nene. Everybody was dressing up like Nene. But actually on the show, they had a fun little girls' night. And they had some drag queens to dress up like each of the ladies. Y'all remember? I can't remember when it was. Lord, I wish I could find it. But anyway, y'all know what it is. But so it was really cute. Yeah, Bob the drag queen. There's a whole bunch of those drag queens be dressing up like Nene. Nene is iconic. It's all up and down the TikToks and stuff too. So that was kind of to pay homage to that. And so Nene shared a few images from that night that were taken by Freddie O. Hold on, let me show you some of these images. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Let me make it. Hold on. I want it to be big. I guess it's big enough. Yeah. Let me get in the corner like that. Okay, there go Nene, honey. Looking amazing. This is the first night. Nene put on there bling, bling, bling. UGT, ATL. She put drag brunch on there. There is Nene, Porsha, and Phaedra. Everybody looks amazing and very color coordinated. I wonder if they got on the line with all of their stylists and said, "What color are you wearing? What shades of brown are you wearing? We should all wear this shade of brown, honey." And that's what they did. They all color coordinated. And I live for that because normally, when you go out with your girlfriends, and y'all all should be in sync like Sex in the City. Y'all all have different variations of your outfits. That's what this is giving me. Real Sex in the City-ish. And so, I love me some fashion, honey, even though I'm not fashionable to some people. But there is Nene and Porsha. Okay, Porsha. Everybody is all smiles. I guess they have buried the hatchet, honey. There is Teresa and Nene looking amazing. Look in the background. Ooh, I wish I could zoom in. Look in the background. That lady back there look like she dressed like somebody. Oh, that's Porsha back there in the background. Okay. taking more pictures. Okay, there go Nene and Kyle. Okay, everybody looks amazing. Look at Phaedra, nipped and tucked, honey. Phaedra is nipped and tucked. Can't nobody say nothing bad about Phaedra Park's face. You bet not. Phaedra looks amazing as well. Hold on, let me put these comments on the screen for y'all. You said ops in each other's back. You think that's what it? Oh, child. Well, it's gonna make for some good tea, but I think they're gonna play nice. Honestly, I think everybody is playing nice for now. This is a celebration. This is the road trip. This is, they're going from city to city celebrating each of the franchise's, iconic moments. And from my understanding, they started in OC. They may have went to Beverly Hills next because they all together over there on the West Coast. I don't know if they went to Salt Lake City, but I know they've been filming since the 18th, and then they headed on to Atlanta, and then after Atlanta, they headed up to Jersey, and then after Jersey, they headed to Doreen, one of them people's houses. Child, I don't know them people up there, but that's where the finale is gonna be. But anyway, I'm digressing. Nene also shared some more images on her in her story. Let me see if we missed any. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, they're gonna Nene in the story. What's in this story, chair? Okay, that's Nene reposting Phaedra's image. Oh, let me go back to the first one. How you go back? Let me go all the way back. Okay. There is Nene Leaks. Okay, there she is. That's at Lips at the drag show. There is Nene and Giselle. Okay, Giselle looks good. I mean, people was talking about her wig, but that's her choice. There's Nene again. Okay, after they done ate them damn Lips chicken wings. Okay, everybody looks amazing. Everybody looks happy and healthy and wise. Everybody is glowing. They go Countess Luann, honey. Everybody looks like money. They go Porsha taking some selfies with Vicky, Phaedra, and Nene. They go Nene. I think that Miss Pooh. That's Miss Pooh from Love and Hip Hop. Okay, I guess she had came through. They go Nene again, showing her makeup. That makeup is amazing. They go Nene and all the ladies. Let me pause this and look. Okay, they go Luann, Vicky, Nene, Porsha, Phaedra without her fur coat, Kyle. Y'all said who that other lady was with the glasses on. That's the lady from what is it? Salt Lake City or something. There's Giselle and there's Teresa. Okay. I didn't know. Look, I didn't know. Look, Teresa got some hips on her. Okay. And so does Giselle. But, standing next to Phaedra, everybody look big. Phaedra is so tiny. And you see, they got her in the middle. Phaedra is so short. Phaedra's like 4 feet something. She might be 5'0". And, standing next to everybody else, she look like tiny. But, it is what it is. On the screen, she look bigger than she really is. You said you wonder how Kandi feels left out just like Kenya. And maybe that's why Kandi got the Lifetime Achievement Award, because they already knew what they were about to do. Okay. They already knew that Kandi wasn't coming because Phaedra was gonna be there. They already knew it. Okay. Kenya can't come back because it's an ongoing lawsuit against her. She was accused of sexual harassment by one of her cast members for pulling out them naked pictures in her spa. So I mean, it is what it is. And we're gonna talk about Kandi and Kenya in a minute. But okay. And there is the Queen of Atlanta, honey. Okay, so the second night, which was last night, it was Derek Blanks. You may know Derek Blanks. He's an iconic photographer. Now he is I don't want to call him a content creator because the content he creates is way superior to any just basic content creator. But he is now creating his own content. He came from behind the camera and now he's in front of the camera. But you may know him from season 1 of our season 2 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, where they did the alter ego shoots. Remember, Nene was the stripper turned good girl turned stripper. Kim Zolciak was the housewife turned housewife. I don't remember what Kim Zolciak was. Let me pull up his alter egos, chair. Derek Blanks, RHOA alter egos. Let me go to straight from the A because I know they over there, honey. Okay, there they go. Ow, straight from the A is iconic too. Okay, straight from the A will go in the history books for documenting all these things. Kind of, I was at the Derek Blanks alter ego Alter Ego lunch party back then. Okay, this was in 2009. Dang, that was a long time ago. And there goes Sheree. You know, Sheree was the robber and the person stealing the money out of the ATM. Okay, okay. And there go Lisa Wu was she wanted to target bullying. Okay, so she was the bully and the innocent victim of the bully. Okay, there she is right there being a Girl Scout and a bully. Okay, there go Nene. Remember when she did the whole thing, she was making it rain on herself, honey. I said she should have made it rain on herself. That's what I said on Straight from the A back then. Okay, there she is. Shout out to Derek Blanks, honey. There go Kim, KKK Kim Zosiak. I don't know what she was supposed to be. Was she supposed to be a slut and a housewife? What is she supposed to be? Like she's washing her lingerie in her robe, and then the other one she's a fully clothed and washing clothes. I don't know what it was, but that was her alter ego. Okay. Candi's alter ego. Remember, she wanted to focus on drunk driving because her brother was killed by a drunk driver, and so this is Kandi, and she says that's why she doesn't drink is because of that, and so she's commemorating that in a photo. Okay, Kandi is the victim of the drunk driver, and she is the drunk driver. Okay, you said she's a staffer wife. Oh, okay. But there they all are. Shout out to Derek Blanks. So they were commemorating the alter ego series. So everybody there was supposed to come as their quote unquote alter ego. But of course, a lot of the housewives were not there during that time. Okay. So hold on, that must have been season 2. Yeah, I don't know what it was in season 2 because Kandi wasn't there season 1. Anyway, I'm digress. So for the alter ego shoots, hold on. Nene was the queen of Atlanta. Nene said, this year I'm gonna be the queen of Atlanta. She got peaches on her head and everything. I guess those supposed to be peaches. I guess they couldn't find no peaches. I don't know. But she is the queen of Atlanta. Okay. So she came in with her crown. Okay. Crown me the queen. Drew Sidora is a rock star. Okay. That's her alter ego. I guess she don't feel like she's a rock star in real life. So she'll dress up as one for the party. Robin was a cheerleader. Okay. I don't know who that lady is, but there she go. Y'all say it in the chat because I don't know everybody. These are other people. Okay. Giselle was supposed to be Diana Ross. Okay, look at her. She got her microphone, her black wig on this time. Okay. She's supposed to be Diana Ross. Ashley was supposed to be Ashton, a man, okay, with her boobs hanging out. I don't know. That's the alter ego of herself is a man. That's another lady from Potomac with that red hair. I don't know what she was supposed to be. Candace was there. She is misunderstood. Candace is having a moment over there on Trader. So Candace came in with her crown on. She's like, she is misunderstood. And Porsha, I guess she what is Porsha? I can't remember what they told me Porsha was. I guess Porsha was a housewife, a nice house. I don't know what Porsha is with that blonde wig and I don't know. Y'all tell me who Porsha is. Maybe I don't know. Cynthia's there too. Hold on, we getting to it. Hold on. There go Nene Lisa. I'm just going through the pictures as they come up. They're not in no particular order, honey. Excuse me. KKK Kim was dressed as herself. The only accessory she came with was a red cup. Because that's what she used to walk around with, a red cup and a cigarette. Okay. Trashy trash box. That's what she should have dressed as, a trash box. Okay. I would have lived if she dressed as a trash box because that's where that came from when she called into the show. You're calling in on a show that I'm on. Shut up, trash box. Okay. Oh, in honor of Prince's birthday, open your gift. I don't know what that means, child. I will. I'll open it. You said Porsha is the housewife that steals homes. Oh Lord, Porsha is herself. Okay, okay, okay. You said Candace was there with Giselle. Yes, I'm spill some tea about that Potomac stuff because I don't know their dynamic. So I heard about some other stuff that happened. While they was there. But wait. So there's Nene Leaks. Okay, there goes the infamous Derek Blanks right there. I told you he done stepped from behind the camera to in front of me, honey. Derek is fine. Okay, I'm turning into Kenya Moore, lusting out the Apollo. Derek is fine. Look at him with his leather on. And they go KKK Kim. So it was Kim and Nene's. I think both of their ideas to have Derek, or one or the other. I don't remember, but it was them that kicked off the whole alter egos thing. And he was taking Kim's pictures. He took Kim's pictures when she married Croy too. He painted her whole body like she had on a football jersey back in the day, all of that. So he's taking several housewives pictures. Hell, Derek that took my picture, child. But I ain't gonna show them to y'all because I don't want to. But anyway, shout out to Derek Blanks. I live for Derek. There go 50 Cent right there. 56, 58 cent. How old is Cynthia? Hold on. Let me go back. Google how old is Cynthia. So there's 50 Cent, but she's really like 60 Cent now. But I'm not age shaming, but it is what it is. But Cynthia came with her beard, okay? And there's that, that's how Cynthia gonna be in the pictures. I'm like, dang, I wouldn't want to come dressed as a man. I would want to be glammed up for this little appearance that I'm gonna have. I would want to anyway. But there is that. Okay. Marlo came. Okay, Marlo, you remember Marlo had dressed when she got her peach that time. She had a dress that was made up of all of her pictures and images from the show over the years. And she did something similar to that. And so, she had her half blonde, half black wig. She had some, the pictures or whatever, and a peach color dress. So it was similar to her photo shoot that she did. There's Nene again. There's Kim. There's Sheree. I'm not sure what Sheree was supposed to be. I'm not sure. Y'all tell me in the chat what she was supposed to be. Okay. You said Cynthia's 58. Okay, now she's 58 Cent. Okay. And there is Lisa Wu. I don't know who Lisa Wu was supposed to be. I don't know. She was dressing up like she was working at Benihana. I know y'all gonna say I'm being racist. I don't know. I don't know what she was supposed to be. Was she supposed to be a ninja? Well, I don't know what she's supposed to be. Okay. So there's Lisa Wu. Okay. And I got some tea about what had happened with Lisa Wu. There go Vicky and Kyle. Okay, Kyle's dressed as a cowgirl. Okay, Vicky dressed as Vicky with dark hair. What is Vicky supposed to be? Vicky, who you supposed to be, girl? I don't know. Vicky is Vicky with a black wig on instead of blonde hair. Okay. She wore all black. Because remember, I told you they was like throwing ideas around about a white party. And then they decided, it's too cold for a white party. So I guess they decided they would wear all black. I guess. I don't know. There is another picture of Nene and Phaedra from the drag show. And yeah, that's it. Now, let me go to these pictures down here. Let me see. These are the same pictures, ain't? Yeah, they're gonna Nene again. Okay. Nene said this is the Queen of Atlanta has arrived, honey. And Freddie O did that. This is a portrait. This looked like the flower head portrait that's on my wall right there now. And I ain't gonna put Nene on my wall, but it do. My flower head portrait ain't got no face on it. But this what it look like, don't it? Don't y'all have them flower head pictures? Don't y'all have that flower head artwork in y'all house? Don't lie and act like I'm the only one. Okay. I'm just saying. But it looks like a piece of art. I live for this image right here. It's very beautiful. Okay. And there go Nene and 50 Cent again. Okay, 58 Cent, because y'all said she is 58. Okay. There go all the pictures that I showed before, a little bit closer up. Okay, there go Giselle and Ashley and Nene and the other lady. What's her name? I don't know these Potomac people. I'm so sorry. And Candace, only reason I know her is because of Traders and Porsha. Okay. Nene, Derek Blanks, and Kim. Nene and Kim, Trash Box, and Nene Full Body Shot. So shout out to all of them. So last night at the alter ego spot, it was beautiful. Nene was carried in like a queen. She's the Queen of Atlanta. Okay. All of the other housewives was there from all the different franchises. Everyone, was standing around looking glorious. Okay. I even saw, did I not? I thought I saw that picture of hold on, it was some more pictures. Hold on. I must have missed some, child. Cause I thought Derek J and Miss Lawrence and Dwight was supposed to be there. I did see Derek J in one of my pictures. I did see it, but I don't have it. Where is it? Let me see. I didn't say that's my fault for not saving all them pictures. Cause she started posting them like early this morning, yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. And maybe they disappeared by now. But one of them, they're oh, it must be in my Discord. Hold on, let me go see. Let me go see. Shout out to the squad. You said Paris Mon Kathy be looking good too, low key. Okay, Nene looked gorgeous. She did. All of these ladies look gorgeous. Okay, I'm just saying it's a return. It's a celebration. Everybody is welcoming Nene Leakes back to the fold. And I know a lot of people was like, um, it's only going to be just a one and done appearance. But so far it's been 2 events and a shooting at Portia's house. No, I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, here it is in my Discord. Hold on, let me go over here and show y'all my Discord. If you're not a member of my Discord, you be missing out because they be having all the pictures. They had all the pictures last night, yeah. Hold on. Here is my Discord group. Okay, look, there goes Sheree and Kim and Lisa Wu and Derek J, honey. Everybody was there. Let me see what other pictures we had in here that y'all ain't seen yet. I ain't gonna show y'all everything because y'all ain't members of my Discord. Hold on. Oh, they had this group shot from last night from that was with Derek Blank. Oh, okay. Hold on, that was from somebody's Instagram right there. That was who was that right there? Oh no. Marlo, Derek Blanks, Nene, Kim, Sheree, and Lisa Wu. Now, before this picture was taken right here, Lisa Wu was acting up, y'all. Lisa Wu was acting up. There goes Cynthia Bailey and Porsha. Okay. What is Porsha supposed to be? What she got on her head? Are those apples? Is that what is she supposed to be? A cherry? What is she supposed to be? Somebody let me know what she's supposed to be. I don't know. Let me see what this is. Oh, that's Drew and somebody. Okay. So let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. So oh, I hate this because I love you, Lisa. I love you, Lisa, and I know you watching, friend. I know you watching, friend. But you was acting up last night, friend. Everybody said you was acting up last night, and the thing is, people have been there for hours. They got there like 5, 6. Nene got there around 8 or whatever. And so all of the different housewives from the different franchises have been trickling in. Everybody was drinking and eating a little finger food and stuff. And apparently some people had drank a little too much without eating nothing. Okay. And Lisa Wu was loud and belligerent and was wanting to have a moment. And that wasn't what it was supposed to be. You said Lisa shows up as the tipsy aunt. Listen. Oh, they said Portia was supposed to be cherry blossom. Okay, I can see it now. Okay. But yes, she was drunk again, child. They didn't call her drunk again on camera. And I don't know how much of this is gonna make it to the cut. Cause again, this is not like a storyline. This is literally girls trip. So we don't know what drama's gonna end up on camera and what's not. And so oh, you said likes up. Okay, before I give you this thing, I'm gonna give y'all a minute to like this video. It's 1,200 of y'all in here counting Facebook and my other channels. Give y'all 60 seconds to like this video. Click that like button now. Tea time, tea time, tea time, tea time, tea time. Okay. So yes, Lisa was tipsy. tipsy, and I don't know why she continues to do this. I don't know, but yes, she pulled a Shamari DeVoe. I don't know. Lisa was the first to do it. Nah, Lisa was an OG. Lisa was there the first season, the first 2 seasons, by the way. So it was interesting that, she was acting up, child. She was yelling and screaming at Nene. And I heard that Nene was paying her dust, child. Nene had got on stage to thank everybody and to welcome everybody there. And, she called, a bunch of the Atlanta girls on stage. Okay. And, Lisa Little, okay, maybe she ain't see her. I don't know. But she called everybody at name, one by one. She was thanking Porsha, Phaedra, whoever, Kim, yada, yada, Sheree, and she didn't mention Lisa name. Lisa yelling from the audience, I know you fucking see me. I know you ain't fucking trying to throw. I know you lying. Okay, and I'm making up what the actual verbiage that was said. Okay, I'm just saying she was yelling from the audience, pissed off because Nene didn't call her name. And then when she came up there on stage to take the picture, she wouldn't stop talking. She was still Nene, I know you saw me. Nene, girl, I know you ain't throw no shade at me. Nene, you saw me, girl. I was right there. And I don't know why you didn't say my name because I was there the first season too. I'm an OG. I don't know why you didn't say my name. And oh my God. I'm like, when I was hearing this, I was like, I know Lisa did not go up there and act a fool, child. I know Lisa did not get drunk and act a fool on the people's stage while they was taking pictures. Okay. Meanwhile, Nene was, she was being, taking her pictures with her crown, honey, adjusting her crown, getting her makeup touched up and everything, child. Like, girl, come on, girl, take this picture, child. Come on, girl, take this picture. Okay, I haven't heard that Eva was there. I showed y'all most of the people was there. I haven't heard anything about Eva. Now, I haven't heard anything about Eva. Deshaun Snow, I haven't heard anything about Deshaun. I don't think Deshaun was there. I don't think Deshaun is different. Deshaun is a first season housewife that should have been there longer. But I also feel like Deshaun got enough money and stuff that Deshaun don't care. She don't want to be a part of this no more. I don't know. But she may have been invited and turned it down. I don't know. But Deshaun wasn't there, but she should have been. I haven't heard anything about no Kim Fields. Child, I showed y'all everybody who I saw was there. Y'all didn't mention that all these people. No Kandi, no Kenya, no this, no that. Those are the people that was there. But yeah, so Lisa made a moment. I don't know if it's gonna get cut or if it's gonna get discussed or what. Okay. Also, Ashley and Candace. For some reason, Ashley and Candace were loud. And I don't watch Potomac. I don't know their dynamics. Maybe I'll dig into the tea more and ask the people what exactly was said. But somebody was like Ashley and Candace was yelling at each other. And I was like, what they was yelling for? And they was like, I don't know what they was yelling for. I just know they was yelling. I was like, who is these people yelling? And one of them had on a misunderstood dress, and one of them was dressed like a little Asian man in a blue suit. And I was like, oh, so that was Ashley and Candace. So yeah, they was over there yelling and screaming at each other for some reason. So, of course, again, it was a hodgepodge of all the different housewives from a bunch of different seasons. So, clearly everybody was going to have a little scene, a little moment, a little this, a little that, a little, shade thrown. So everybody was trying to get their moment on film. So it's cute. It was cute to hear, that everything happened and that they didn't get snowed out. And, and for the most part, everybody was there to celebrate Nene. And I'm happy to see Nene Leakes glowing. I'm happy to see them embracing her like that. I'm happy to see it was such a big event for Atlanta, and there was not one but 2 events. Okay, the Lips drag show and the Alter Ego show. So there's 2 events. That's all I gotta say. There's 2 events and a shoot. So that's at least 3 different things. Yeah, they can make 3 little different episodes out of these 3 little shootings that y'all did with Nene Leakes, and I feel like y'all need to do it because the people want her. Okay, I'm just saying the people have been embracing her. Everybody is excited to see her. And originally it was supposed to be, y'all know, Andy had kind of like minimized her appearance, be like, oh, she's just making an appearance. It's just gonna be she's just gonna be on there one time, whatever. But apparently she's gonna be on there more. Okay, so there's that. So salute to Nene Leaks and the ATL takeover. Salute to Porsha for being, chosen or selected to be amongst the OGs. And salute to Phaedra for being there. Phaedra is shooting more than one scene too. If you notice, Phaedra been in every scene that Nene been in. Did you clock that? Well, y'all probably ain't clocked it, but I clocked it. So apparently, Phaedra and Nene and Portia shot at Portia's house first, and then Phaedra was there at Lips, okay, and then Phaedra was at the party at so I don't know. It feel like Phaedra might be the little buffer between Nene and Portia because big sis and little sis they had issues at first, so I'm just feeling like maybe Phaedra is there too to kind of help foster the relationship, fix it per se. So I'm interested to see what their first conversation was like. Because neither one had spoken since all of that stuff had happened with the divorce and Portia allegedly blocking Nene's bag with the upshaws. And you remember they was going back and forth and Portia didn't feel like Nene supported her and all of that. So yeah, it's interesting. Portia is not an OG. Mm-mm. Portia is not an OG. Phaedra is not an OG. Mm-mm. Phaedra, OG means original, original gangster. OG means original. And I mean, you can't change the definition of original. Okay. I mean, Kandi is not an OG. I don't care if that means that you was on longer than this person, that person, you wasn't there at the beginning. You're not an OG. Okay. So there's that. Um, it was something else that I had to tell y'all. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. Like this video as y'all get in here. Did my likes go up, y'all? Did my likes go up? You said they hate it. You think they hate each other? Oh, you think they? Yeah, Kandi would be a vet. Yeah, she could be considered a vet, but she's not an OG, and she's not there. She wasn't there that that I know of. Okay, but I don't think she was there. Um, let me see. I talked about the drag show. I talked about the alter ego series. Bravo honoring 20 years of Housewives, and it's such a big deal for Nene to be there. We've talked about that. Atlanta is, even though again they try to minimize Atlanta's impact on Housewives, even though OC was first, Atlanta was the franchise that got the Housewives on the map. Atlanta is the one that drew everybody in and sparked so much interest in Housewives. Atlanta is the one that created the meme factories and the quotes. Okay, listen, not too many people quotes. There's not too many quotables from these other housewives shows. I'm just saying, a white refrigerator, bling bling, bitches is mad. Like there are so many quotes that were sparked from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we got to give Atlanta its flowers. And I'm happy, happy, happy that Nene is finally getting her flowers. However, delayed it may have been. I appreciate the fact that she came in there wearing flowers, honey. And so she brought her own flowers and they gave her flowers. So, we're gonna salute to Nene Leakes. Now, the gag is, okay. There's a hater on the line. There is a hater on the line. Hold on, I'm about to pull her up right now. I'm about to pull this hater up right now. Yes, it's been 20 years. Can you imagine? It has been 20 years. Jeez. Okay, so hold on. Let me find it. Okay, so we got that. Hold on. Like this video. So, Kenya Moore. Uh, Kenya Moore went on her where is the thing I'm looking for? Kenya Moore went on her YouTube page and talked about a lot of different topics. One of which was Nene Leakes. One of which was Nene Leakes. Hold on, I'm still looking for stuff. Chat. I'm trying to pull up my little receipts. and make sure I got, because I have a point to make. And y'all know I love to make points. So, Kenya spoke about Nene Leak's return recently on her YouTube channel, as well as, talked about some other things that we're going to get into as well. But she made a point to to talk about the OGs, and it should have been more OGs there. So while she was kind of, congratulating Nene, she was also doing that whole Bethany thing, like slick shading people, because she was like, and she's not a full-time cast member, but Porsha is, and and Porsha got this deal, and that's why she got it. And it's like, girl, why are you even speculating on who, why, when, and where, who got these positions when you did not get a position? I get it. She has her opinion just like I have my opinion, right? The people get mad at me for my opinions on Kenya, but I'm still gonna talk about her. Okay. So, she has her rights to her opinion. So here is what Kenya had to say about Nene Leak's return. And y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer on section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use. Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. So here's what Kenya Moore had to say.
Thoughts on Nene coming back? Okay, that's a good question. So you guys know that Nene and I are in a really good place right now, but even when we are not in a good place, I still am a fan.
Okay, I want to stop that right now. I just had to stop that right now. Nene Leakes and Kenya Moore. She says they're in a good place, and even when they're not, she's still a fan. Just recently, Kenya was talking about Nene's use of filters, dragging her. Kenya has always been the person who called Nene ugly, called her children ugly, did all of these things. She called her untalented. Okay, I'm gonna keep going because I do have a point to make, but I just want to hear what Kenya got to say. Hold on.
I still think that she is one of the most iconic reality stars of all time. And I'm happy that that door is open.
Okay, she is happy that the door is finally open for Nene Leakes. Now, before I go here, I'm gonna go here. I want to show you. I want to go back in time for a hot second because I want to share this video right here, because everybody reminds us of, what Kenya said, acting like, she's so above it all. But do you remember when Nene first launched her complaints against Bravo? Do you remember when Nene actually said, that the ladies of Atlanta were being mistreated because they were black, okay? And that, the one Caucasian person on the cast was getting fair treatment. Do you remember who went to their platform? Who did a speak on it? A pre-recorded speak on it. Okay, so we can listen to this, and we can give Kandi credit for defending Nene, but at the end of the day, this was on Kandi's platform. It was pre-recorded, edited, and uploaded, and press play. And so whatever's on Kandi's platform, to me, Kandi co-signs. So here is the quote that Kenya actually said: "You're not talented, and if you were pretty, I really would never feel bad for this evil lady. Unlike Nene, she was able to sue Bravo and be okay." Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what this quote is, but let me listen to it, child.
Say allegedly, so you and I don't get cease and desist letters, but I'm telling you for a fact, and I don't repeat stuff unless I know it's a fact. She was going to allegedly sue Bravo and sue Truly because she was talking about how, she's having all these great meetings, but then nothing happens after that. So she was trying to say or allege that they were stopping her from getting.
So how, people get mad at me because they be like, you be smiling when you talk about Kenya's eviction. Here is Kenya sitting here laughing and smiling about another black woman accusing a network of racism. here is Kenya laughing and bringing the tea, okay, about another one of her friends, cast members, co-workers, claiming that, her bags were being blocked because she brought these allegations to executive. Now I like, how would a black woman go to her platform and drag another black woman for saying that they were mistreated? Hold on. It's really interesting to see this because people always be like, oh, Michelle, you dragging Kenya. She's a black woman and she's going through it. But do y'all not remember the things that Kenya has said? I'm just confused. Like, can we not report on other black women? Okay. Kenya has said some of the most atrocious things. The only thing that I have done when it comes to Kenya is read court documents. I never called Kenya a buffoon. I never said that Kenya was an idiot. I never, despite what I may feel, I've never called her those things. So it's interesting that she sat up here and actually called her coworker names on a live stream or on a video with her other coworker. Hold on, we're gonna finish.
Other work. Here's the thing. Nobody's stopping you from getting other work. You're not talented. You don't.
Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, wait a minute now. Did these words come back to bite? Did these words come back to bite? Because if I'm not mistaken, everybody like, why Kenya ain't working? Why is she not back on the show? Why is she not on Ultimate Girls Trip? Nobody is stopping Kenya from working, honey. Nobody is stopping her from doing anything. So why isn't she working? Is it because of her attitude? I don't know. Is it because, she was laughing at her coworker who was calling certain things into play and now people see, the truth about it? What is the reason?
Nobody's stopping you from getting other work. You're not talented. You don't need to be on anyone else's TV screen doing anything other than looking like a complete buffoon. If you could act, if you could dance, if you could sing, you were pretty, then maybe you would get another opportunity or another show.
Not Kenya.
No, listen, instead of
that was haterish.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because she is a caricature. No one wants to hire a caricature. They want to hire someone like you, Kandi, who can actually act, you can sing, you might not be able to do.
So, there she was kissing Candy's ass. Okay, there she was kissing Kandi ass and calling Nene a buffoon. And somebody said, did she say Nene's name? Actually, she did. That's just a short clip from the long live stream that's still available on Candy's YouTube channel. But the conversation was about Nene Leakes and her accusations against the network. So yes, I mean, just because this is your first time seeing it does not mean it wasn't said. Okay, Kenya Moore Stan. Now, let's go back to what Kenya is saying today. Okay, because Kenya has burned a lot of bridges. Now she sees that Nene is back in the fold. Now we're in a good place, and I'm very happy to see her back.
Thoughts on Nene coming back? Okay, that's a good question. So you guys know that Nene and I are in a really good place right now, but even when we are not in a good place, I still am a fan. I still think that she is one of the most iconic reality stars of all time. And I'm happy that that door is open.
So these words totally ring different when you realize the things that Kenya has said and done. When you realize the timing of the things that Kenya has said and done. When Kenya said those words about Nene and, the lawsuit, Nene had not necessarily filed her lawsuit yet. She was just making the accusations. But for her to go public and kind of, get people to be on this bandwagon of, Nene is saying all this bullshit and blah, blah, blah. And Kandi saying, oh, I've never experienced, racism at the network. It was really, evil and unfortunate. Hold on, but we're going to keep listening to Kenya eat her words. Yeah.
For her to return. Now, you guys know that she isn't. And again, this is not any shade. So please don't. This is a positive day. Okay.
So again, she's trying to make sure y'all, why would you say it's a positive day instead of making it positive? Why would you she can't even look at the camera. Kenya don't even know how to act that well because now she can't even act like she gives a damn about Nene returning. So it's really interesting. She's looking away. She's fidgeting. She's making, assumptions or trying to, tell you before she even makes a statement that this statement is going to be a good statement. It's really interesting, honey. And I'm not a psychologist by any means, but just watch her body language.
This is a day of celebration. I made it another year in life, and it has been a tough year physically, regarding health and things like that for me. So I am not trying to be shady. Other than like lightweight fun shade, I am not trying to tear anyone down. I just literally.
So why would you say in the beginning what you're not gonna do instead of just saying the statement? Like, you done gave us 2 disclaimers. Okay, this is not shade. This is not. I'm not trying to be shady. Girl, finish the statement.
I'm answering the questions that you have asked, and please don't read anything else into it. I think you guys know when I'm trying to shade someone, and today I'm not, right? At least not as of right now. Okay, so you guys want to know how I feel about Nene. So she wasn't a part of the main cast, right? So there's the main cast that they assembled that consisted of all.
Did we even ask you, was she a part of the main cast, or did you, like, again, there it is again. That's the same thing that Bethany did. Congratulations, but oh, I really love her. I feel like she's talented, but she's not a part of the main cast. Okay, exactly. You never win when you play dirty, child.
OGs. And we all know that Atlanta, for some reason, did not have an OG. They used someone that is already on the cast, which we already know right now is Porsha, which is great for her. And I know she had a big overall deal with Bravo or NBC Universal, I'm not sure. So maybe that was like a part of her deal where she, has to be on a certain amount of shows for them, because we've been seeing her on a lot, right? Which is great for business and great for her, and good for her to be able to negotiate a contract that would allow her to do other projects.
So why is she telling us about Porsha's projects? Why is she I'm just like, Kenya, what is going on here? This is kind of sad.
But
thank you for the super
family.
sticker.
So when it comes to Nene or an OG from Atlanta, I do feel that Nene or Sheree should have been a part of that main cast.
Now, I say this with all sincerity. Kenya, I know you ain't here. Kenya is a fan of Michelle ATLien Brown. And I say that because, again, the night that Porsha was announced as a cast member on Ultimate Girls Trip, the night that we saw that there was only OGs on the cast and Atlanta didn't have one, I had got the tea and I came here and I told y'all. The next day, Kenya was up under blog saying, regurgitating the exact thing that I had said. And now the gag is Kenya ain't talked to nobody on that cast. Kenya don't talk to Sheree. Kenya ain't talked to Nene. Kenya ain't talked to no producers. Kenya ain't talked to nobody. Kenya is persona non grata now that her name is on that lawsuit. Okay. And so she's getting her tea from me and going about this to spread it. I'm like, dang, Kenya, the least you could have did was credit me like I be asking the blog to do. Dang. Hold on, let's finish.
Especially when listen, we all love Sheree, whether she's coming or going. We love to see her play with the girls.
And just, because I want to. Just because I want to, I'm just gonna make a point and play this real quick. I want to play this real quick, just so you'll know. Some of y'all who might not have been here can know, exactly where her frame of mind came from. Hold on. It is right here. It is right here. Oh, geez. Like this video as you get in here. Child. Like this video. Yeah, I know I had put it right here, and I had even did a little whatchamacallit about it, a little this right here.
I feel about Porsha being the only cast member on the new Ultimate Road Trip show who is not an original OG from her franchise.
That's kind of wild.
Right? What you think?
I feel like her personality earned the spot. She funny.
You giving her flowers. You with it?
Nah, OG should stay OGs.
He said what he
So I had did a little street interview thingamajiggy, and we had even went live. Look right there. Look right there. Atlanta OGs offended. Nene Leakes is back. This was 10 days ago. So, Kenya has, is known to be like in my in my chat, child. Hey Kenya girl, go ahead and like this video or thumb it down if you want to. I know you may not like it, but we're gonna let you finish, Kenya. Hold on.
And when it comes to like having an OG present and knowing that Atlanta was one of the first franchises, we want to see nostalgic, RHOA at its prime. And Sheree was a part of that. And obviously Nene was a part of that. So I just kind of feel like maybe they missed the mark a little bit when it came to casting. But again, I'm not a part of casting.
We know you're not a part of casting, Kenya. Why don't you tell the people why you're not a part of casting? Why don't you tell people that Britt Edie officially filed that lawsuit in New York accusing a cast member by the name of Kenya Moore of sexually harassing her with nude pictures in her salon? Why don't you talk on that? Why don't you explain, why you felt so empowered to go to your platform and claim that the pictures were of an overaged Britt Edie and not an underage Britt Edie, basically admitting guilt. Okay, why don't you explain that, Kenya? Because at the end of the day, you sealed your fate. You sealed your fate, and all of it is on video.
I have an opinion like everyone else, and my opinion matters. And yours does too. You're a fan and you helped.
Okay, my opinion matters too, Kenya and Kenya Moore twirl people. Okay. And it's crazy because when I talk about Kenya, all of a sudden Kenya wants to, say that people are obsessed with her. People, are obsessed with her eviction. People are obsessed with the reporting on her. But Kenya, it seems like you're obsessed with the Housewives. You're obsessed with being a part of something that you were fired from. Are you not obsessed with being on camera and talking about things that don't concern you? Let me know, because if that's the case, we are both obsessed.
To create these moments, and at some point, they have to listen to the fans, right? Right. How do you feel about the divorce between Kandi and Todd? How is Kandi doing?
Let me just say this. I don't think any of these questions were in the chat. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I saw the live and I know that Kenya was answering questions like, will you ever work with Will Packer again? Or, how do you feel about Tyra Banks? Are y'all friends? And it just gave me that she was making up questions to answer. It was giving real Andrew Caldwell. Y'all remember when Andrew Caldwell used to do that, get on live and just be saying stuff? And it was really weird. Okay. And so it wasn't nobody asking her these questions. And especially when it got to the part about her addressing the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion looks, nobody asked that question. And if they did ask that question, why would she automatically have it already pulled up on her iPad? Was she expecting people to ask that question? Because my thing is, if you're going to go by an agenda and just talk about whatever you want to talk about, just talk about whatever you want to talk about. You don't have to pretend that the people are asking these questions. It was really weird.
So there's a part of me that's like super sad about that, because I'm just such a lover of love and I want people to just be in love and do well. They have children together, young children together. And I really feel sad about that, because I want families to be a family. It's something I didn't have growing up. And I was always an advocate for Todd. I used to tell Kandi, he's good for you. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Thank you. So to see them.
So they gave her iPad, okay, with the reunion dresses pulled up. And then all of a sudden she's gonna talk about the reunion. All of a sudden someone asked about the reunion and you got this the iPad with the pictures on it.
Them going through what they're going through is pretty heartbreaking. But at the same time, I think women need to know that you need to always be with someone who is a ride or die for you. And if they're doing things and you're trying to work it out and they don't show change behavior, you listen, I've been there. So you, at some point, and women, we give people a lot of chances and we shouldn't. But
Yeah.
doing. She's, you know, she's going through a divorce. It's difficult.
Okay, we don't care about what she think about divorce. We really don't. And so yeah, Kenya actually said a lot of things during that live, in addition to responding to my reporting about the hair spa. Now it's interesting because Kenya actually, hold on, let me pull this up. Kenya actually went on Instagram, and one of the blogs I always talk about, what is it? The girls are fighting. You know, they live over here too. I know y'all in the chat, child. The girls are fighting. You know, they use all of my content on their blog, right? And they credit straight from the A, even though I haven't written on straight from the A in months. Instead of crediting me and my YouTube channel, I don't know. It's kind of passive aggressive. Okay. Next time girls are fighting, tag me over here. Okay. So this is when I reported on the hair spa, right? And so the girls are fighting posted this right here and said, according to Straight from the A, who was present in the video hearing, Kenya Moore appeared in court this week regarding her hair spa in Chamblee, Georgia. The judge reportedly approved the payment plan for her back rent instead of ordering immediate eviction. Kenya's attorney asked the court to allow payments in installments. The judge agreed, reportedly setting the $35,000 due within 30 days and the remaining balance in 60 days. The dispute stems from a lease Moore signed for the property, which she used as a salon and event space. In 2025, the landlord filed an eviction lawsuit claiming she had stopped paying rent, with tens and thousands of dollars allegedly owed from late 2024 into 2025. As I told you before, she stopped paying in December 2024 and has not paid since. And so Kenya was actually in the comment section right there. Look at that right there. She says the story is inaccurate. The case has not been heard. The case has not been heard. We was there. What did you talk about? The case has not been heard. We was there. Okay. It says that the plaintiff owes $80,000 and hasn't paid to build out the entire space. So the rent was withheld. So basically, she's telling the truth that the rent was withheld, which is illegal. You cannot withhold the rent in Georgia. Okay. It said the hearing was what most landlords do, to ask the rent be paid into the court before the trial. That is not what most landlords do. Actually, most landlords file for eviction, which is what the landlord did. And you know, we've been following this all year. The landlord filed for eviction first, okay, in magistrate court, where they file for evictions and hold eviction hearings. Kenya filed a countersuit saying that they owed her for the tenant improvement allowance. And because of the amount of the tenant improvement allowance, they have to move the court to the superior court. They had to move, change venue. So once they did that, the landlord asked that in lieu of the eviction, if Kenya can pay the past due rent into the court registry. Kenya refused to do so. And so this particular hearing was the landlord who filed a motion to compel, which is to force Kenya to pay the money that she owed into the court, okay? Because the landlord is confident that they will get that money, okay? And since Kenya has not been paying it anywhere, she hadn't been paying it to the landlord, she hadn't been paying it to the court, they felt that if she feels like she has a valid argument, that she should still be paying the rent in good faith into the court registry. Kenya did not want to do that. So now the judge has ordered Kenya to pay the full amount of the rent, which is in arrears, to the tune of $77-something thousand at this particular juncture, into the court. As of February 1st, it will be over $80,000, which is what the landlord was saying. Like, she's holding, that's not a part of the rent agreement. The lease actually says she cannot hold rent for any reason. And we went through this the other day. So Kenya is saying that it's inaccurate. Okay. Kenya was not even in court. In fact, it was her attorney who appeared in court. And I'm going to pull that up in a second. Now, she also wrote, depending on the ruling, the rent could be returned or paid to the landlord. So basically, Kenya, you admitting that my story is accurate because that is what we all said, that it is to be paid into the registry of the court pending the outcome of this disagreement. Okay, the landlord says they don't owe you 80,000. You say they do. The landlord says you owe them rent, okay, which you do because you're still in their building rent free. You're not paying any utilities, you're not paying any rent. You're just in there in a building that you paid to build out. Now, I don't know about you, and I know some of you feel like, she has every right to stay there and squat there. But as a landlord myself, I'm just saying Kenya does not have the right to be in them people building if them people aren't making money from the building, period. It don't matter what you did in there. It don't matter what pretty fixtures that you put in there. You are not allowed to be in there without paying the landlord for use of the space, okay? Kenya also says the trial date hasn't been set. We aren't going to discuss tax benefits, loss and profit statements, and benefits of write off, but let the broke people carry on per usual. Haters always the loudest. That's what Kenya said. Yeah, honey, I'm triggered because I don't like anybody saying that I'm lying when I'm literally bringing you receipts from the courthouse, child. Hold on. I'm going to pull up. Hold on. Let me get this. What date was it? It's January 20th. Hold on. Let me find it. January 20th on my desktop. Like this video, please and thank you. Like this video. Let me see if this one. I got so many MP4. Okay. Put this in here. Just want to make sure I got the right thing. Let me go to Kenya's attorney and what he had to say. And I'm just going to let y'all hear it for yourself. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just going to let y'all hear it for yourself. Hold on. Let me do this. Share screen. Bam. Let me do this. I want you to hear it. I want you to like this video, please. Like this video.
Says the Deco and More Vision Media.
Let me go.
Rent, none of that has been reimbursed. And in this lease, it's unique in that it was understood that this premises might be used for filming, commercial footage for broadcast, which required a much more extensive build out, with higher level finishes and extra space. There was extra space actually created within the premises and finished out for that very purpose. So it is up to the court's discretion. We would simply ask that the court take into consideration that most of my client's cash was put into the landlord's premises with no reimbursement.
I know it's kind of low.
So it puts the tenant
Counterclaim for
So yeah, like don't act like the attorney said that this was a space that was only intended to be used for commercial purposes for broadcast. Okay. The attorney said that. I didn't say that. The judge said that you need to pay the past due rent into the registry because apparently no one believes that you are owed this money because you didn't provide the proper documents. So, I mean, I just wanted to, show y'all that I had that little tidbit. I do have a receipt and I will, edit the audio to make it louder. I just didn't have time to do it right now. Okay. But yeah, so don't call me no liar when I have the receipts, honey. Yes, Kenya is basically a squatter. Kenya is in those people building and not saying a word about why. Now, Kenya has gone on to her platform to actually hold on. Let me go here. Let me go to Kenya more to actually respond. And she says that, people are obsessed with it and she will be, vindicated. That's what she keeps saying. That's what she said about these damn that's what she said about the about being fired. That's what she said about the naked pictures. She said she would be vindicated. That's what she said about everything. But my thing is, why not just tell the truth? Why is everybody is not lying on you, Kenya? Everybody is not lying. Hold on. Now I can't find the little clip where she talked about it. Hold on. Is this it? Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. Kenya. Hair spa. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Instagram. You said Atlanta has something in the water about the rent. I don't know what it is, child. I don't know. At least she ain't stealing people washing dryer. That's all I know. At least she didn't steal the washing dryer. Hold on. Let me pull this up like this. Kenya Moore. Everyone else has been vindicated. Okay. Kenya Moore. Her talking about Todd and Kandi. Her talking about the health spa, the eviction. Here it is right here. It says, here is Kenya Moore explaining about the salon. Put this right here.
I mean, people are so obsessed with my salon. If you are so obsessed, book an appointment.
I said the same thing. Book an appointment, but it's never open. Where they gonna book it at, Kenya? Where are they gonna book it at if the salon is never open?
Why are you so obsessed with the salon? It's my money. It's my case. People open businesses, close businesses, have businesses, don't have businesses, successful businesses, not successful businesses. Like, let's just talk about the Housewives, okay? Whether or not I keep my salon, that's still being written. We're still in court.
It hadn't been heard. I thought it had been heard, child. Wait a minute, you still in court? Oh, okay, hold on.
Last week, I was not present in court. It was my attorney.
She admitted she was not present in court. It was her attorney. So how you gonna say that what I'm saying is inaccurate and you weren't even there, Kenya?
And as you know, I built out an entire salon. I'm just going to keep this quick because I said I wasn't going to talk about anything negative. And people try to, there's a really obsessed person that keeps having these, quote unquote eviction watches and stuff about.
Not the really obsessed person having the eviction watch, not the arbiter of truth, not you getting mad, honey, not you was going live talking about Nene Leakes was a buffoon and stuff, and you can have your opinion, but I can't have mine. I can't report on this ongoing drama, this situation, this storyline. Oh my God.
On my salon. So there was a hearing because when they
wait, the other thing said it had not been heard. Now she's saying it's a hearing. Make up your mind. Has it been heard or there was a hearing? Isn't a hearing when it gets heard? I don't know.
Would not pay me back my $80,000 for my tenant improvement allowance. I had a white box. I know a lot of you may not know what a white box is, but it literally is a brand new space that has never been touched. It literally has no plumbing, no electrical, no anything. It's a white box. I built out a white box. It cost me over $300,000 of my own money in cash, right? So that's 3 years ago that I did that build out. So that
3 years ago, and you haven't paid rent in one. So shouldn't you have made that money back by now? Where is the money? What you ain't making? You ain't doing no hair. You can't make $300,000 back without doing business in the broadcast space, the space that was intended for broadcast. That you have now been fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So what is being broadcast? Okay, I'm just letting you know. Broadcast means television, radio. It doesn't mean YouTube. I don't think. Maybe it does. But she hadn't been doing any broadcasts.
That's 3 years ago. I reported that on my taxes. Okay, so
we didn't ask you about your taxes, girl. Why are you giving us all this information? We did not care about this financial situation. We talking about the eviction.
To me, it's a matter of principle. You need to pay me back the money. You can't, even if I leave, you need to pay me back the money. You cannot have a space that I improved to the tune of $300,000 that you can now rent to other people.
Well, first of all, you improved it to 300,000. They only said they was gonna give you 80,000. Now the argument is over 80,000, not over the 300,000. Now it was your choice to build it out to the 300,000, not them. Okay, you can't just come into my building and do all this work and think maybe they don't want it the way you did it. Maybe they don't like the work you did. So you think that because you put $300,000 into my building that I own, that I have to give it back to you. This sounds so delusional. I don't understand. Like somebody else owns the building. You do not own the building. And now you are not paying rent. You are not doing nothing. And you want to force these people to give you the money that you put into it. That is crazy.
Including a whole separate level and not expect to pay me back my tenant improvement allowance.
Maybe they didn't want that level. You didn't turn in the invoices, you didn't turn in the plans, you didn't turn in the receipts as according to the lease. Maybe they didn't want all that work done. Okay. Maybe you should have documented the work you did, and maybe if you had followed the directions of the lease, they would have paid you your money back.
So shame on you for even having to get this far into court where I would have
not shame on you. They filed an eviction against you first, Kenya. Shame on you. Shame on Kenya for not paying the rent. Y'all know how I feel about people who don't pay their rent. Shame on you, Kenya. You are a landlord's worst nightmare, girl. Like, I'm just serious. You don't own nothing that you rent out to people. You are horrible. How can you sit there and squat in them people's place and knowing they got to pay the utilities, they got to pay the water bill, they got to pay the light bill, they got to pay everything, and yet you feel like they owe you money? And you gonna sit there for a year? What is the landlord getting out of this deal? Somebody tell me. What is the landlord getting out of this deal?
Have to sue you for not paying me back. Okay, it has nothing to do whether you can pay the rent or not. I was not in court. So if they said I had to pay into the court before case, in case I was ruled against or not, we don't know. I don't have a court date.
Which means she gotta pay the $77,000, almost $80,000 in any accruing rent into the court registry before the court will even hear her counterclaim. Because at the end of the day, the rent is a separate issue than her counterclaim for the tenant improvement allowance. The landlord wants her out of there because they're not benefiting from her presence. Period. Point blank. That's it. That's all. Now, Kenya can squat and stay there and argue and say that they better do this and they better do that. But it's looking like she is literally using the court to kind of benefit from, the landlord. Like, it's interesting that she is literally going to stay there until they give her money back. And she's not even using the business for the purpose it was intended.
Yeah. So that's really just the gist of it. I know it's a little bit confusing because it is. Is there any truth about the salon?
It's not confusing, Kenya. We look, us smart people can read through the lines. It is not confusing at all, girl. You squatting. It is not confusing at all. You said, but didn't they say they never received her receipts? They sure did, honey. They said they never received the receipts. If you in my Patreon, you saw some of the court stuff. They actually, her landlord even showed proof of the lease. They even showed, where they have been in contact with her several times. They had a deadline of when she was supposed to provide the invoices of the work from the contractors that had been done, and they would have cut the check. But Kenya did not supply the invoices of any work that had been done. They even gave her an extension to supply the invoices, and Kenya did not do anything. So, I mean, I don't know. Nobody lying on her. That's all I know. Y'all know that's my trigger. That's my trigger. Okay. Anytime somebody say I'm lying on them, I'm gonna go harder. Kenya should have just shut up. Kenya should have just be quiet, because now I'm gonna go to every court hearing. I'm gonna pull every document, every motion. We gonna talk about it. Okay. We are going to talk about it. This is newsworthy. This is going down in Housewives history. Okay. I want to know what happens. Okay. Like Kenya say, everybody goes through financial difficulties. Nene's business is closed, Kandi's business is closed, everything happened. Hell, we was just talking about Blaze the other day. Blaze Steak and Seafood was closed because the landlord refused to fix something, child. And they shut down. They wouldn't allow Kandi to even conduct business in Blaze no more. And they sued Kandi for like 200 some $1,000. Kandi, not necessarily Kandi, it was the Burruss Tucker Restaurant Group. And so Kandi filed to take her name off of it individually. They took her name off of it individually. They sued her company. And as far as I know, they still suing it, because I'm still doing research on that to figure out what exactly happened in that case. But as of November, the landlord in Kandi's situation had took the building back, honey, took all the Kandi stuff out the building and has released the building to somebody else. So you can't tell nobody what to do with their building. That's my building. You just a renter. Okay. So now Kandi, I don't know if they, sued the landlord for the fixtures or the this or the that. I don't know what happened after that. Like I said, I gotta do more research. But at the end of the day, Blaze Steak and Seafood is no more. Okay. So yeah, it's nothing you can do about it. Everybody's businesses go through changes. People report on it. You put it out there. You want to benefit from the public when it comes to, promoting your business. But when there's an issue with the business, when you're not doing proper business, you want to keep that on the hush hush. And no, Kenya, we're not keeping that on the hush hush. We keeping your name alive and well on these internet streets as we talk about all of this, the Real Housewives of Atlanta history and anything the Real Housewives of Atlanta adjacent. Just like I talk about KKK Kim and Croy. They wasn't on the show. Just like I talk about Nene. She wasn't on the show. Who else went on the show, child? Who else, child? All them people. Anyway, I'm digressing. I just put the link in for anyone who wants to call into the stream. Click that link and join. I saw Mickey back there, but it seemed like she hung up. Mickey had hung up on me, child. You said, can she even read? I don't know, child. I don't know. You said Kandi kept that hush as well. She did keep it kind of hush, friend. She did keep it kind of hush. Hold on, we got a caller in the back. Hold on. Hello.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hey, Mickey. How you doing, friend?
I'm good, Michelle. I just want to know, when did Kenya become a fan of Nene? That was surprising.
Right. After calling her an untalented buffoon, honey. After dragging her and calling her ugly and said she had ugly kids. Like, everything with Kenya is about looks. And clearly your looks can only take you so far. Your looks ain't paying your bills.
I was like, wait, is this a spoof? Like, is she trolling? Like, when were you, like, hello?
It's given I gotta kiss Nene's ass. I gotta play nice with Nene if I want to find my way back to the show, because Kandi's not there no more. Phaedra's there, Porsha's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these people who really is not gonna like F with Kenya like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's given like, me and Nene are in a good place and blah blah blah. Cause I called her when I felt that Bravo was treating me differently than they do the Caucasians.
No, it's really given like everybody's talking about Nene right now, and her being back within the network has gone viral, and she's been getting a lot of negative like feedback. So it's like, oh no, me and Nene, we cool, we good. Like, she's so talented, and I'm a fan of hers, and she's the best reality star of all time. I'm like, where was all of this when you was sitting up there with Kandi, dragging her and trying to say like how she's just like she just brings all of this upon herself and all of that
All the
craziness.
negativity, all of this, all of that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, damn. And I even remember one time when she said like nobody's gonna hire her. She's 50 plus years old. Like, she should be happy that she even has a job and nobody's gonna hire her in the industry and all of that. I'm like, Kenya, you had to eat your words, okay?
Mhm.
Because look at you
Mhm.
now, okay?
Mhm.
And look at
I'm gonna play
Kandi,
this.
because
I'm play this one more time. And Kandi was sitting there laughing too,
because she
child.
always has people do all her dirty work.
Say allegedly, so you and I don't get cease and desist letters, but I'm telling you for a fact, and you know I don't repeat stuff unless I know it's a fact. She was going to allegedly sue Bravo and sue Truly because
So she was coming with the tea before Nene filed a lawsuit.
she was talking about how, oh, she's having all these great meetings, but then nothing happens after that. So she was trying to say or allege that they were stopping her from getting other work. Here's the thing. Nobody's stopping you from getting other work. You're not talented. You don't need to be on anyone else's TV screen doing anything other than looking like a complete buffoon. If you could act, if you could dance, if you could sing, if you were pretty, then maybe you would get another opportunity or another show. No.
And there go Kandi acting like, she the peacemaker. But anyway.
Child, and look at her now.
Mhm.
And it's one thing if, when you do interviews, of course you're going to be asked about housewives. That's just how the game go. These girls have been getting, asked about housewives for years. You going out of your way to go on your YouTube channel to discuss Nene, to discuss reunion looks, to discuss Kandi.
Nobody even asked her about those reunion looks. If you go back in the chat, in the live stream, nobody said, "Hey Kenya, what do you think about the Potomac girls?" Blah blah blah. She literally was just blurted that out and had her iPad there waiting to scroll the pictures.
It's just like, girl, and honestly, as far as the spa was her biggest downfall. Okay, she got fired in that spa. Now she has to go through litigation. We don't even know if the spa is open. I think it's closed. It's been closed. Does she have any customers?
Wait. She's using it as somewhat of an event space. Now
Thrift
here's
shop?
me promoting another one of Kenya's stunts and shows. Now remember she was gonna do a dress, she was gonna do a thrift
shop.
store. Remember she was selling her old clothes. Now her makeup artist, and who used to be Nene's makeup artist, I think he still does Nene's makeup, Freedom. Freedom on the Beat. Hold on, let me find him. He is doing a makeup class. I don't know. And he is charging people what, $150 a person. And it's gonna be at Kenya Moore Hair Spa. Okay. So this is some free promo for Freedom on the Beat, honey. And it's gonna be at Kenya Moore Hair Spa on February 15th. And it costs $125, and you get a gift bag for $150. So he's been doing, that's who he used to do Nene's makeup. He does Drew, he does Sheree, he does a lot of girls. He's been doing Kenya's lately. So I guess in exchange for, some makeup, since she ain't got no money, she's gonna let him use that space, honey. So yeah,
And
so
that
she's
flower
using
wall.
it as an event space.
Is it a content creation space, a thrift shop?
Hey, yeah. Go ahead, Mickey.
It's just she needs to wrap it up because clearly she has not gotten any good luck with this damn spa. Does she even have any customers? What happened to Kenya Moore Hair Care? Where's the hair care products? Like, girl.
They're at CVS for 50% off. I'm not mad at it. And she's doing payday loans.
It is ridiculous. But I think her way of like talking about Nene, she probably thinks like, okay, if I talk about these people and if I'm in the press, maybe they might want to call me eventually down the line.
That's what I got from it too, because there was a section where she mentioned Will Packer's name. Producer Will Packer, Think Like a Man, all that. He also produced Twa way back in the day. That's one of the first movies he produced. He's since blown up since then. He's part owner of the Falcons. He's very popular, blah, blah, blah. She mentioned Will Packer's name. It gave me begging for a job because nobody in the chat said anything about Will Packer. And she was like, would you work with Will Packer again? Of course I would. Will call me. And it's like, girl, nobody even asked you that. So it was real performative. And I'm like, oh my God,
Delulu.
it's secondhand embarrassment over here for her.
She's literally Delulu. And like, she was running around like she was the most talented person. Girl, like where are you acting? Where are you producing? Where is anything? You know what I mean? You want to throw shade at Nene. Where's your credentials? Like, what's going on? And even with her, like, she should have done what the other girls did as far as the spa. You were supposed to open this damn business back when people were actually watching the show. Back when the show was bringing in 3 and 4 million viewers every week. That's when Kandi opened the OLG. Cynthia, she had all of her, her handbags and sunglasses and Bailey this and Bailey that and all of her, the beauty pageants and all of the businesses they were opening back in the day. And when Nene did Swag Boutique, I mean, the girls were, they were working back in the day when the show was in its prime. With Kenya, she was telling everybody that she was rich, but it was a little too late. And now you're in court to save your 2-story content creation space. It's crazy. And she's out of
Let's
the
move
job
off of
and
Kenya.
everything.
What you think about Nene's return, child? I don't want to drag Kenya.
I love that photo of her with the flower. Is it like
the flower head.
the flower head? She looks so pretty. And you see how they're putting out these images to get people riled up because nobody's really talking about the other housewives. People are talking about Nene. They are talking about Nene, and this is her big comeback, the big return. And, everybody's excited. I can't wait to watch this. I cannot wait. And why
I hope it's more than one episode. Seemed like it'd be 2. I don't know. But, I told you she shot several scenes. So hopefully, all those scenes will be, I don't know if all those scenes will be in one big episode or what, but I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait. And it's crazy how they outlasted the alliance. That picture with Phaedra, Nene, and Porsha. The alliance, where y'all at? I know Kandi mad. I know they were. Oh my God, Kandi's an OG. She's been there for 14 years, 14 seasons. Oh my God, Kandi, where you at, girl? They're doing a 20-year anniversary special, and where you at? Nowhere to be found. Kenya, where you at? Nowhere to be found. But look at them.
Yeah,
Look at
they
them.
glowing. They glowing.
They look really good. I'm so excited to watch this. And Lisa Wu, why? Why, girl? You remember when
I don't know what Lisa Wood was thinking, child.
Do you remember when she made an appearance on the show? I think it was a few years ago. I think Sheree brought her on. They were at the dinner table and she was yelling at somebody. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. When they did that little scene with at the lunch or something. Yeah, I remember that.
She was
and everybody
yelling.
said that she was drunk then. Yep.
Yeah. Why? Well, Lisa pulled a damn Shamari. Ciao.
But at least Shamari was just drinking because she was, away from the twins. There go Lisa right there. You can't see her, but she's right there with the black and red on the right.
That is
she
crazy.
was acting up, honey. She looked like she was mad in this picture. I need to print this out and blow it up.
And why is Kim there?
Well, ain't got nothing better to do. She was an OG. You can't take that from her. Even though we don't like her and she racist, but she was an OG.
Wasn't she? I don't know.
She was there first season.
But this looks like it's about to be lit. I can't wait to watch this. Yeah.
Hey, RK, how you doing, friend?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, so I came in here because I wanted to give you your flowers. That's why I sent you those two $20 super chats. But anyway, I've always sent you super chats. You know me as D Hayden. I haven't been in your live streams in a while. I always have to watch them after the video has. You know how it goes when you after it posts and go into a regular video. That's how I've been watching you. But I wanted to give you your flowers because I still work full time, still working IT cybersecurity. But as soon as I get home, content creation has been eating me up. I don't do blogging like you. I do retro gaming content. So I'm in a world where it's dominated mainly by Caucasians. So I've been busting my butt for a year now doing that. And I wanted to give you your flowers because I watched a little of you since I've been watching you since 2021. And I've been when I was watching you, you all used to have us to drop them aliens, right?
Yeah.
So I've taken that concept and made it my own. So when my subscribers come into my stream, we're called the controller community, and I made them drop the controllers. It's caught on. All the Caucasian gamers have got them a squad now. They trying to make folks drop stuff. It ain't making sense. It ain't hidden. But I'm growing and I'm taking your concept. You know how you got your aliens. I'm an alien. I mean, the only thing you and I don't agree on is that you're not down for. I'm not gonna say you're not down for Kandi, but you know you don't.
I don't mind Kandi. I just like you know.
Support.
I be throwing her shade. I really do.
Yeah, you throw her shade, but I'm still Team Kandi. Other than that, I still like you because you tell the truth overall. I can't take that from you. But I pay homage to you, like I said, because when I have my people to drop those controllers, every time they come into my stream, I get that from you, and I'm going to always. And people ask me who I get that from, like y'all wouldn't know because y'all don't know that world. You know, I'm black. I watch black shows. I support black businesses. I've always super chatted you for my personal YouTube. Still do. Still a member from that account and this account follow you or whatever. So you get 2 membership badges from me or whatever. But I get that from you, and I saw you on tonight, and I said I'm going to stay up, even though I had to get up for work. I'm going to stay up and make sure you hear that, and I want to just give you your flowers. I can't respond to some of the topics you spoke on tonight, but I had to say that first and give you your flowers.
I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. And
now your sound went out. I can't hear what you're saying. I don't know if you can still hear me.
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
I can't. I see your lips moving. Like, okay, I can hear you, but I can't hear you for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but
it's StreamYard. It's been real funny with.
You know what? I have a phone. Wait a minute. Let me use my other computer.
Lord, can y'all hear me in the chat? Put one in the chat. Oh man, hold on. Can y'all hear me in the chat?
Just a second. Use my personal account.
Okay, yeah, they can hear me in the chat. I don't know if it's
on my end or what, but I can't hear you. But don't worry.
You got me on your laptop? Lord.
I got you. See what I'm missing out on. Okay.
Lord, it's going to be a delay.
Oh, it's my internet. My bad. It is me. My bad.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
worry about it.
But I just want to give you your
friend.
flowers. I can't hear what you're saying, but I want to give you your flowers.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm gonna go back and watch this part when everything gets right. I don't know why. I'm in Dallas right now. You know, we're under that winter advisory, so it's snow. Like I had to work from home all week. We can't even drive on the roads because of the snow. So internet's been up and down, all that crazy stuff. Oh, okay.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for calling, friend.
So I can hear you now.
All right.
Well, it's back. It's in and out. Anyway. I know how it is. You live. If somebody else might be in the room, but I just wanted to give you your flowers. I'll hit you in the DMs on Instagram or somewhere. But I want to thank you because I took a piece of what you got going and made it my own, and I'm still going. I got over 5K subs right now. It's hard for me because, like I said, they don't. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna put all that.
Keep going, friend. Thank you, friend.
You have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. Oh, y'all. Shout out to my squad. Shout out to the new YouTubers out there. Okay. And listen, that's no small feat. Like I always say, everybody starts at 0. Okay. You get to 1,000, you can start to get monetized. And really, once you get monetized, you don't need no more than that. Okay. Everybody be talking about my 100, however many 1,000 subscribers. Hell, my views be just as good as people who got 1 million subscribers. So it's all about the views. Subscribers is a vanity number. Remember that. Okay. So as soon as you hit that benchmark over 1,000 and you start getting monetized, you in like Flynn, honey. Anyway, hold on. We got hey, how you doing? ATLien blogger.
Hey, Michelle. I did that because I love watching your show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How's it going tonight?
It's going well. It's going well. I am happy. I'm happy. You know, my girl is back in the Bravo family. I'm happy, you know, for that. I'm happy to respond to Kenya Moore Hair Spa. And, you know, I'm happy about that. I'm happy to deliver true tea to my viewers. I'm always happy.
Yes. I just think back to when everyone felt so sorry for Kenya when her mama slammed the door and didn't want to be bothered with her. You remember that? And she had all of us going, you know, we felt for her. And I cannot remember for the life of me, who is it that was saying that's why her mama don't want to be bothered with it. And we said, now that's too far. Now you're taking it too far now. You know,
I think it was Marlo. I think.
Honey,
say it in the chat, y'all, if y'all remember who said that. I think it was Marlo.
You know what? I have to go back.
Somebody said it was Marlo. Somebody in the chat said it was Marlo.
We felt so sorry for Kenya. Like we actually did. And to look at how things have turned out, and we would wonder why, what is it so bad about her? Well, you know, her mom don't want to be bothered with her. Well, I think we got it.
Where Aunt Lori? Where is Chef Shay? Where is Brandon? Where's, like, at the end of the day, Kenya don't have nobody consistently around her. I don't even think that she has any good confidence, because clearly somebody would have told her don't do that video she did today. But you know,
she probably ran everybody off. She probably ran everybody off because she feels as if she's that girl, which before she maybe have been that girl. But I'm sorry, the tables have turned, the cards have been dealt. And it's different. Something is different. I don't know. I think she thinks she's that girl. But, you know, neither here nor there. Now, I will say that I think Nene should make her apologize. Because if she comes back to that show, the way they treated her before Nene left, she should give a public apology to Nene. And if she could do that, I think they should start off from scratch like they did in the beginning. It was good TV.
You know, I don't even know that Nene would do that. You know, Nene is the type of person they would probably have to, you know, and I think they probably have already had their little conversations offline. Because remember, Kenya reached out to her when Kenya wanted to accuse Bravo of racism.
Yeah, I remember. But the thing is, Kenya,
you know, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But the thing is, Kenya likes to humbleize herself in private. Yeah, she likes to be humble in private. I'm pretty sure she'd kiss Nene ass on the phone, you know, without the cameras, you know. Yeah. But I would like to see it because she's always so like, I'm on top of everybody, you know. This is so beneath me, you know. And the same one who you doubted has arrived.
She sure did. Ahova said Kenya flew all the way to London. She did, just to run into Nene at the airport. She went to London for 1 day just to run into Nene at the airport. Used all of her frequent flyer miles for a round trip ticket. Child.
She know that Nene is that girl. And that's why they came for her like they did, because she's that girl. But in the beginning, it was good entertainment. In the beginning, it was good entertainment. Just, you know, even if they could just put everything behind them and just start back over fresh, you know, she's still probably gonna be that same Kenya. But I love watching. I love watching her.
Everybody, if you see, that's the point. Everybody, they all need an antagonist. You know what I'm saying? And when Kenya was there with Nene, they had two antagonists. You know, at the time, Kenya was worse than Nene because Nene was going through her thing. But remember, Nene was the villain, and then it switched, and then Kenya was the villain, and then Kenya left and had a baby. And when she came back, she was supposed to be a kinder, gentler Kenya, but she was the same old Kenya. So at the end of the day, we need that in order to like enjoy the show. Because if everything is roses and candy and kumbaya and walking through the fields holding hands, who's gonna watch it? You know what I mean?
It's not gonna be a good show, and then we won't have nobody.
That's why I always advocated for Kandi to come back, because we want that closure of of Kandi and Phaedra, because I personally knew they were friends in real life. You know what I'm saying? And because of the way they fell out, and it was over the show and over money and people being fired, and Kenya blocking bags and never want to work with Phaedra and all of that, it just felt to me like they need that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we need to see that, because we all know Kandi can hold a grudge. And we
Right,
all know
right.
that Phaedra is shady and snakish, you know, and was doing stuff behind the scenes. So
Right,
we need
right.
them back together, and we need to see that
Yeah.
conflict or some type of resolve or a non-resolve, you know, but
Yeah,
we
but
need to see a head-to-head, because we never got that. And so
right.
I
And
advocate for everybody coming back. I live for the Housewives universe.
Yeah, and they're all strong Black women. Now they do have that in common. All of those are big egos, and oh my God, was it some good entertainment to watch? But I'm gonna tell you this now: Nene was more of the stallion of the group, so you know they looked up to her like the giant. Like, we got to take her down, because I love to see her shut Kenya down with those heels on and all them so short that right up under her, and she's shutting that. She
Think
shut them
about it. When
down.
Nene left, there has never been another anchor. You know, every show needs an anchor. They need that one person that like holds both
Right.
sides together. You know what I'm saying? And there never was that. You know, because Nene can
have
play
to
the
get
talls and the smalls, and she can be in the
Mhm.
middle, and they all friends. You know,
Because they can't find nobody confident as Nene. Somebody that is confident and know what they're saying, know that, look, and I will shut you down. They can't find that. And see, that's why they haven't had that. The other girls, they look good, but they don't have that confidence. And see, that's what Nene had. That's what they came against. Like, why is she so confident? She's taller than everybody. She's a little bit, like a bigger body size. Why is she so confident? And that's what they went up against. And I used to love to see it. I would love to see it. That's what made the money.
Yeah.
I just think about I really wanted to touch on how sorry we felt for Kenya. And now everything.
But now we talked about this the last show when I was talking about it, and they was like, Kenya, she doesn't have the same type of perspective that other people have because of the way, her trauma with her mom and blah, blah. And I'm like, at the end of the day, Kenya is damn near 60. So at what point do we start holding her accountable as a grown adult that knows how to relate to people? You know what I'm saying? You can't go your entire life with people treating you with kid gloves. Like, that ain't the way the world works. And so anyway,
I just don't believe it's no trauma with her mama. I believe probably her mama got the trauma. She dealing with Kenya. Like, we looking at this in front of our own eyes. This girl is crazy. She's crazy. And sooner or later, we are gonna see it. We're gonna see just how crazy Miss Moore is. We ain't seen it yet. We haven't seen it yet.
Crack. You saw the way that damn voice was cracking and the eyes was shifty, and man, that live. Oh, I would delete it if I was her, but whatever. Go watch. Y'all go watch Kenya Moore's live, child. Go watch her vertical live. That probably ain't making no money because you can't. It is what it is. But anyway, Kenya,
something ain't right. But
she did do that live because she wanted to be a part of the conversation because everybody's talking about Housewives this weekend. That's what it felt like.
What you should have been doing is coming together. What you should have did in the beginning, because if they would have united, they would still be strong. But they divided. And now she's saying, look.
Remember, Kandi was going around saying, I've never experienced racism at Bravo. Cynthia was going around saying, I don't have any problems at Bravo. Kenya, it's like they got all of them together to kind of debunk what Nene was feeling, when all of them at the same time was saying some of the same things she was saying. So,
but Nene knew all along.
That's why I feel like it's a good moment, when she came back.
Nene knew all along. Nene knew all along that we have the power here. We are the talent. She knew that all along. I'm sorry, you snoring? I'm sorry.
That ain't me, child. That's one of them. Well, I appreciate you, friend.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling in.
Anytime.
All right. Goodbye. Mr. Motivation.
Michelle, hey, what?
Was that you being rude?
No, yeah, it was, man.
Why would you do that, Mr. Motivation?
Wait a minute, Michelle. Like, see, I'm finna go deep, but I'm gonna say this before I go there. Okay. The thing is, I'm gonna go back. Forgiveness, excuse me. I think a lot of us get, oh, they owe me an apology, or they did this to me, or they did that. I get it. Everybody in the world got some kind of trauma. So the thing is, I don't know Nene, but I feel like she could have been through stuff as a child, not feeling good enough, not feeling pretty enough. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has. I'm going somewhere with Michelle. Hold on, bear with me.
Go ahead.
Okay, and so the thing is, like, and real talk, Kenya do look like she going through something. She really do. She looks stressed. She's a pretty lady, but you could tell, how it's like makeup. Kenya going through a storm, but sometimes pride will not allow you to, and that's why she kept saying, oh, my finances good. And, and she may be, I'm not saying she broke at all, but what I am saying,
like, so concerned with this.
What goes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is, life is a catch-22. You put out what you reap what you sow. And like Kandi, for all these, everybody was, we wonder why they keep keeping Kandi for all these years and stuff. But it's all a part of God, his plan. And so the thing is, like, I feel this all happened for this moment. If you losing a husband, almost losing a son, it was purpose and all that. Now look where she's at. And I bet Nene not gonna even clap back. It could be stuff she want to say, but she not gonna, because she been through some stuff. You gotta,
she flying above all the haters.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm.
She doesn't even have to clap. What she got to clap back for?
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Real talk. And so, did you enjoy yourself this weekend?
I did. What about you? Are you snowed in? What's
Yeah,
going
I'm
on
snowed in. Listen, I'm good. I'm just can't go nowhere and stuff like that, which is cool. I just relaxing, coffee and stuff like that. I'm glad you went live. And I'm gonna say something else. I also was gonna say, what's that lady name? Shoot. What's the lady that not Cynthia? Oh, Marlo. You know what I'm saying? Again, Marlo and Kenya really kind of act alike in certain, I'll say they kind of got
Marlo and Kenya act alike?
Not act alike, but they got similarities. I like Marlo better than Kenya. I like Kenya, but I do like Marlo. But I feel like ego. Egos can do a lot of things to people. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Marlo act like Kenya.
No, I'm not saying they act like I'm not saying they act like, but I'm saying if you think about the upbringing, you know what I'm saying? Because wasn't Marlo adopted or something like that, if I'm remembering right, or
yeah,
no?
She was in the foster system.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think King was adopted, but her mom didn't want her, so it's kind of like abandonment issues. I got abandonment issues, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? And so Phaedra, she looked good as well. She looked good, and
everybody look good.
Yeah, they all do. Yeah, they really do. And so and I'm gonna say this.
Lisa Wu was mad right there. Look at Lisa. She was mad. Cursing people out.
And it's crazy. She's so pretty. It's just pretty. Yeah, but you listen, trauma. Lisa probably could have not, you know what I'm saying? Despite what you see, shoot, people be dealing with stuff. And
she might be on the shot. When you're on the shot, you can't drink. Let me see.
Oh, you crazy. I didn't see. Wow. Yeah.
There's certain things that alcohol won't, isn't good with. And I'm not saying she on the shot.
Yeah. But you was there
because I'm on the shot. And I know when I drink, I get a little loopy.
Yeah.
I cannot drink no more. I be so mad. I be wanting me some wine and stuff. And as soon as I get you sound like me. Wine, I get dizzy and yeah.
Well, listen. Okay, and then I was gonna say something else. What was that? Did I say everything?
That's Marlo. Somebody said, "Who is that with the black and blonde hair?" That's Marlo.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, another thing, whether it's genuine or fake, I love to see Phaedra, Porsha. Well, really, I know Phaedra and Nene. they good. But I feel I like Porsha, but I feel like it's kind of how you can tell when somebody
I
really ready
don't
to
know if they
celebrate
good or
you.
not. Remember, Porsha was mad because Nene kind of sided with Simon.
That's
And
why I'm going with it. That's why I'm going with
okay,
it.
go ahead. Let me hear what you
Look,
got to
hold
say.
what you got. Yeah, that's my dad to say. So I'm saying Porsha, she like, okay, she back now. So I gotta she was here before me, so I gotta kind of get in back good with her, because Bravo, they doing commercials. You know what I'm saying? It's like Nene is like a Beyonce of reality TV. Let's just call a spade a spade. So yeah, I feel like Porsha, like, oh shit, here she come. You know what I'm saying? But it's only one.
Yeah, that's why I would say I feel like Phaedra is there as like a buffer, like she's Switzerland, and she brought them both, together, because her and Porsha made amends, and
Got you.
it's they pretty much, to me, it's like, let's make this money. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like,
yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't,
Right.
put things aside to work, because everybody need a check. Yeah.
That part, yeah. Well, Michelle, that's all I wanted. I'll go back in the chat.
Well,
Hopefully you go to Discord tonight. Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
Who is next? Hey, Chi-Town, how you doing, friend? I can't hear you. Shoot. Chi-Town, is everything set up over there? Let me go in the settings and see what's going on. Cause I don't know what's been going on with StreamYard lately. Let me see. Is that one? Nope, that didn't work. That say device is not connected. Okay. Well, there's that. I've been on for 2 hours. What else y'all got? Oh, I had some tea about Simon and Porsha too. Should I do it now, or should I save it for the next live? What y'all think? I've been on for 2 hours. It's 1,400 of y'all in here. How many likes do I have? Sure. I be having all the tea, honey. And Simon and Porsha, I know y'all be tired of it. I ain't got but 587 likes. I can't get 1,000 likes. Oh, I need 60 more seconds. I'm gonna cut the damn thing off. Go ahead and like this video right now. I don't know what that's about. I be trying to create these little bumpers and stuff. I don't know. That was like a receipts loading bumper, honey. I got me a whole bunch of little intros and stuff I be creating over there. Shout out to Sora. Listen. I know I had brought the tea to y'all. Thank y'all for getting the likes up. Where I'm at now, 650. I'm 649. Okay, we good. We getting there. Okay, I hope to be at least 1K before the stream in, because at least 1,400 of y'all in here counting Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And I think I'm streaming on X. I don't know if I'm over there or not. Am I? Yep, I'm on X too. Shout out to X. Twitter. Listen, y'all know I be talking about Simon, and I talked about how Simon had went to the Supreme Court on Porsha. He is literally filing to keep the damn ball rolling when it comes to the divorce, the prenup, and all of that. Like, at the end of the day, Simon has not cut no checks. Okay, Porsha is still in Simon's house, and according to the prenup, she has until February of 2027 to reside in the house, and then after that time, she either has to. It's some steps that she has to follow to, either sell it refinance it, whatever, but she has to find other living arrangements after that date. Now, if you recall, I brought up the fact that Simon's other case was still proceeding. It was a defamation case against Porsha. Y'all remember Porsha was talking about he had erectile dysfunction and she didn't name no names, but everybody knew she was talking about him. And the neighborhood talk and the shade room, and everybody was putting Simon's pictures up with the picture of an eggplant and Porsha, and it was what it was, and it was going viral. Well, Simon had sued. Simon was like, Porsha has smeared her name in social media. She has used her platform to drag him through the mud, honey. Simon said he was going to use every tool he had, okay, every tool he had to go at Porsha. And so this particular case, which is separate from the Supreme Court case, okay, yes, the Georgia Court of, not Supreme Court, Georgia Court of Appeals. Yes, Georgia Court of Appeals. What did I say? I don't know what I'm saying, but it's a lot. This court stuff is a lot. And y'all know I live for reading court documents. Now I'm waiting to get this motion because somebody, my good friend, I wish I could call your name out, but I don't have it right in front of me. Somebody had reached out to me over here on the Twitters. No, it was on Instagram, and sent me a screenshot and told me that something had been filed in Simon and Portia's. Here it is, Miss Kim. Miss Kim had sent me a picture on a Pacer, honey. She sent me a picture and said something has been filed in Guobadia versus Williams. Okay. And y'all, it was interesting because Simon has a lawsuit for libel, assault, slander, and all of that on here. Remember, it was filed back in November 2024. It's been going on for over a year. Well, as of Friday, January 23rd, Simon has filed a motion to dismiss without prejudice, meaning, he can bring it back if he wants to, but he decided that, he gonna dismiss it because, he got bigger fish to fry. Okay. And the bigger fish to fry that he has, which is interesting because it looks like Porsha may have dropped the ball a little too soon, is this right here. Now, if you know anything about defamation lawsuits, most people file them because they lose money based off of what somebody has said about them in the public. Okay, defamation, libel, slander, all of that. Either you wrote something about them that was defamatory, you said something about them that was defamatory. Other people see them in a certain way, maybe see them as a scammer, see them as untrustworthy, all of the above, and so that could cause a businessman, okay, like Simon or Cardi B or whoever, to lose money. And so when you file these types of cases, you have to prove that you have lost money. Well, Simon just got a big $1 billion deal. Simon and his Simcoe Petroleum Nigeria Limited regulatory milestone with MMDPRA licensing and key refinery onboarding. I don't even know what none of that means, but I'm about to read it. It says Simcoe Petroleum Nigeria Limited is proud to announce a landmark achievement in its corporate evolution, securing official licensure from the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA. After 17 years trading in petroleum distribution in North America, my focus has officially shifted to the African continent, working alongside others to help build a sustainable future for its 3 billion people. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like money to me. Okay. And apparently, because Simon got this big deal that he had been working on for years with his petroleum company, and Portia's, slander and defamation and all that didn't stop it. He chose to dismiss his lawsuit against Porsha for defamation. Now, all the other stuff is still going, but the defamation lawsuit, he has let it go because, again, it didn't stop his business venture, which he, thought it might, and it didn't. Okay. So there is that. You said you go, Simon. Hell, listen, I'm like, Porsha dropped the ball, honey. Was Porsha too, like, what was it? Was she short-sighted? Was she only looking at the house? She was looking at the $7 million house and not the $10 billion future. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. Listen, y'all be talking about I want Simon, I don't want Simon. I got my own money. I don't need no man's money. Okay, but if the man want to give me their money, I'll take it. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, Simon paid millions of dollars for weddings against Porsha. He did all of those things, and then Porsha just walked out the door. Told y'all that he was a scammer, got y'all believing he was scamming people. And meanwhile, Simon is still closing business deals, still got money, still traveling to Dubai, Nigeria, all over the world. Only place he can't come to is America. There has never been any type of proof that he was scamming nobody. Okay. Never. I'm just saying that never was. And so it is what it is. And so I've always looked at it sideways because I told you I've known Simon for years, honey, in the years. And so Simon is still out there doing his thing, child. Look at him, still doing his thing, child. One monkey didn't stop no show, honey. Simon on private jets, honey. Simon over here golfing in Dubai. Simon building buildings and doing oil deals and all kind of stuff. So I guess, Simon was like, well, since that did not stop me, I shall continue to do my business. But when it comes to everything else, it is what it is. So I, salute to Simon. Salute to him. Simon was scorned. Simon was angry. Simon was mad. Sometimes you got to let that hurt go, especially when you got other blessings on the horizon. Okay. So meanwhile, Porsha got to go to work. Porsha got to go to work. Porsha got to hustle hard. Porsha got to sell one house to keep another house. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Maybe Simon can write that one off as a loss. But we'll see what happens. Okay, because meanwhile he can't be held in contempt because he's still filing appeals. Okay, he still has a case in the appeals court, and meanwhile, his payments are stayed, and there's nothing that Porsha can do about it. So the only thing Porsha can do is continue to pay the mortgage that's in Simon's name and continue to pay the light bill, gas bill, all the bills, water bill. Okay, that's all Porsha can do, and I wish her the best. All right, let me see somebody in the bag. Hold on, Teresa. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Yes, on camera. How you doing, friend?
Wait, I don't see my microphone. Where I do that at?
You can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Well, let me cut this up. Maybe it's my girl. I would have stayed up to 2:00 in the morning to talk to you tonight, Hardy. Oh Lord.
I can hear you.
Oh, I got you now. I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Listen, I would have stayed up till tomorrow afternoon to get on.
What? You ain't got to stay up that long.
Listen, Michelle, I'm at church the other day. Girl, Nene, the topic in the church is on Nene.
What? That they talk about Nene in the church.
Well, we love us some Nene. I told my sister, she was sitting in the sound room. I said, girl, did you hear about Nene? Yeah, girl. And everybody just beaming in. Bang, bam, bam. Everybody, yeah, girl, back. I said, Nene is back. But I said this. I said, Kenya Moore, Kandi, Cynthia. They had an alliance against her. And they was going to do her like in the book Esther. Mordecai built a high guillotine to kill. It was the other guy that built the guillotine, Haman, to kill Mordecai, but he hung from the very guillotine. I said, Nene said these words out of her mouth. Kenya Moore is going to be a detriment to this franchise. One of the days she said that. And she said, this girl is a devil. Mm-hmm. I remember. Now, Kandi on there, you pulled up an old archive time. She had her on there. She told me she's a buffoon or whatever. She's not talented, whatever. But now I seen her being calculated when she was over in London. I believe she met Nene at the airport or something like that.
Oh, yeah. They ran into each other at the airport.
She was done then. She knew she was done then. She was trying to get back in, in grips with Nene. Because she knew that door was going to come open one day. Do you know Nene was over there killing it with her own little Nene Leak show?
Mm-hmm.
And now she want to.
I know. I was over there. Remember, I was on the first show.
Yeah, and she want to scoot her tail back in. She's one of the most iconic. I said, girl, shut up. I'm so scared.
And then Kenya started trying to do her show, child.
Okay, but look, Kandi, I was glad she said what she did. That's kind of haterish. She did say that. But I always seen Todd and her. Remember, I said it on your show. I'm sorry. Now, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I always felt like Mama Joyce. I always did. I don't know why. Because you know why? My son, he's a good man, but he's a Leo. He bought that money.
Wait a minute, I'm a Leo.
I know, but the man is different.
Okay.
The men, they can sit back in the cut. You won't even know what they're thinking. I know my son is like that. And he always wanted to do like this. He climbing the ladder. That's it. He got to go higher and higher. And I said, Todd looked like that to me. I did. And I said, I don't know why Mama Joyce so hard at it, but Mama Joyce sees something.
Wow.
And now guess what? It said right in Mama Joyce's face what she already said was going to happen. Tell the truth, not ashamed of that. First of all, I don't believe, and Lord, I'm going to say allegedly. I ain't going to get in this. But I just think Kandi is just gay. You know why I say that?
Just gay. Just straight up gay.
You gotta be a crazy woman to want to be in the bed with your husband and somebody else.
Yeah,
I just can't see that being fair game. Because guess what? You might be with that third person.
You ain't got to marry nobody to do all that. You got to marry somebody in the eyes of the Lord
as our boyfriend.
Right. Right.
But I'm just here tonight, honey, to tell you that Liberty Bell done rung for me. I've been waiting for Nene. Oh my God. I used to look at the old Housewives just to see Nene.
Oh, yep. Everybody looking at the old Housewives.
And I was like, me and my sister.
They were iconic.
Oh my God. All that bloop, bloop. Everybody always do that stuff. They still do it. And now they over there, they say they back. Now I see all three of them. And look, at the end of the demise of Phaedra, she said, Nene, you was the closest one to me when I was going through. She said that. She said, I thought it would have been Kandi, but it was you. Remember that?
No.
Yes. Nene, she had on this wig, they call it the Bride of Frankenstein. She was over Phaedra house. Phaedra was
going yeah. I remember that. I
thought it would be Kandi, but it was you. She said, and Kandi got mad because what's her name called Nene her rock. She said it was Nene and what's that girl name that got called up? Porsha.
Listen to this quote right here. Hold on, listen to this. Wait, is it on there? Hold on. I have to put it in the back. Hold on.
Yeah, let's watch the clip and I want to know your thoughts on it.
Please go to jail.
Listen to that.
What got you there? What's going through Nene Leakes' mind there?
I don't even know what was going through my mind at that moment, but what I do know is I didn't spit on her, but I kind of wished I had. I'm just going to be honest about that because I just think some of the things that Kenya says is.
Remember when Kenya was going around and said Nene attempted to try to spit on me?
Yeah.
And so the narrative was that Nene spit on her, and Nene did, and when the video finally came out, we saw that Nene did not spit even on her or whatever. She was spitting out sunflower seeds or something.
Really nasty and really dirty. And I just feel like, girl, you probably need to be spit on. You just probably need to be. And it may not sound great, but she probably needs to be spit on. And I have no sympathy for her. I just don't.
So why does it look like you're spitting on her in that clip?
Because I do the act of like, I ought to, and I say the words ought to on you like that. So of course she wanted to run with it, and that's fine with me. I don't care, girl. Run with it. I hope that, I only wish that I had spit on you, girl.
There's no follow through there. So you've got.
Wait a minute. I was trying to find the demise of the show, child, and it didn't even come up. Hold on.
She sure told her that.
Did she say demise of the show? Hold on. Like this video. Here it is, right here.
She will be the demise of the show.
See what I tell you.
So, and I also think that if I leave the show and Kenya stays on the show, she will be the demise of the show. Why do you say that? Because she's a nasty girl. Her attitude is nasty. She's not a cool girl. Not the girl. She tries to talk about the girls that doesn't like me. None of them like her. I mean, her attitude is stank.
But the show is built in large part on drama. Back in the day, you and Kim used to go at it. So how do you differentiate?
Back on regular speed and go back.
She will be difficult for her.
I tried to slow it down. Oh, normal.
That kind of
He will
thing.
be the demise of the show.
And I also think that if I leave the show and Kenya stays on the show, she will be the demise of the show.
Why do you say that?
Because she's a nasty girl. Her attitude is nasty. She's not a cool girl. None of the girls, she tries to talk about the girls doesn't like me. None of them like her. I mean, her attitude is stank.
And she said none of them like her.
Absolutely. Let me tell you another thing she did that I know she probably did too. You remember when Cynthia Bailey was opening up some wine bar or something? It was a Bailey bar or something, a wine cellar. And Nene sent her some dishes, like some, them plates and stuff. She sent her some sandwiches and some veggies and all that crap. And she sent a card that was inscribed from her heart. And Kenya stole that card and gave it to the blogs. Because they read it back. Yep, they read it back. And I knew then, I said, Kenya is a dirty girl. She was dirty on The Apprentice towards Vivica Fox. I followed that Kenya. Kenya is a dark girl. I'm with Nene on that. She's dirty. She's dirty. Yeah, she's very dirty. Calculus.
Oh, well, child. Well, friend, I appreciate you calling in
honey,
tonight.
I had to get my little say in because I said, now is she on the ultimate trip? You said,
who?
Nene is on the girls' ultimate trip.
Yeah, she will be making an appearance on the Ultimate Girls Trip.
When is that supposed to be aired?
They were in Atlanta this past weekend. Please watch from the beginning. I showed all the pictures and I spilled quite a bit of tea.
Okay, so that started already?
No, they filmed it. It hasn't aired.
Okay, it haven't aired. Okay, well, I just wanted to know that. I don't want to miss nothing. Okay, well, Michelle, you're looking lovely, girl. I love all your AI stuff, girl. You is well.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You have a wonderful night. Be blessed, girl.
Thank you too, Miss Therese. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hold on. We got one more person. Mr. Motivation, you call back.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off her. I was on Miss Moulton ain't lying, the lady that you just got off. I remember her saying exactly what she's saying now, and it all came to pass. She's a squad member. Like she messed with you tough, Michelle. That and then I was gonna also ask you, do you remember, wasn't it Lisa Wu that when she was married to Keith Sweat? Didn't he do like a cease and desist or something like that? Because I'm thinking of that
cease
sign.
and desist.
Yeah,
about her having the kids on there.
Yeah. Because one it like I think it was like first or second season. It was like alleged that she was saying that she was in an abusive relationship, and everybody thought it was Keith Sweat. And then Keith Sweat like sent a cease. I can't say that word, Michelle.
I don't know, child.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember that.
I think it happened. Yeah,
yeah. I'm just saying that like the assignment stuff is the kind of like the, when she put that eggplant picture, or she said Edie or something like that. I don't blame Simon. Get your goddamn money, man. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
now that he got his business, look, he got that contract. He said, "Bump it. I don't care."
Yeah.
Say what you want.
22. She gonna have to deal with most stuff now because the girl back. All right, Michelle.
All right, appreciate it, Mr. Motivation.
Bye.
Welcome back, ATLien blogger.
Hey, I just had to call back because your recent caller, she wasn't lying. I meant to tell you, they've been talking about Nene everywhere. All on the bus, the trains, the stores. Everybody is so happy that she back. But I hope that this just
it's like the Super Bowl. I told you in Atlanta, it's like the Super Bowl. We can't wait.
We can't wait. Because we know who carried the whole team.
Because now it's like everybody is just so hopeful. You know what I'm saying? Like, for years we've like, oh, if only Housewives had Nene back. Oh, if only this, only that. And now it's like that dream is like it can become a reality now. Not to say that it has yet, but now it's like the possibility is there, and it makes everybody feel so much better about the franchise as a whole.
I hope that they just bring her back, not just like a small amount, like a 1 or 2 episode, and then everybody is tuning in, and we tuning in for people we don't want to see, or we paying for a subscription where the person who we want to see is just only on there for 1 episode. Don't get my hopes up high like that. Please don't do that.
Right?
Don't even do that because it is so boring without her on there. Like, It's no reason to watch it. And tell me this, when I went back and looked at the views, the older shows have more views than the newer shows.
Oh, yeah, honey, please. I was getting rich back then. You know, that's when I had my written blog. I mean, I still got my written blog, but that's when I was like really hard on the written blog. And I used to write like 4 or 5 posts a day for 5 days a week. That was my full-time job, writing about housewives and everything else. And yeah, it was amazing. And you know, because even when Peter and all of them was on there, like it was one season, they was averaging almost 4 million views a week.
Oh,
Those numbers are unheard of. And I know a lot of people, when I came to YouTube and I started talking about ratings and stuff, and people was like, oh, people don't watch TV anymore. People only watch streaming. Oh, no. And I was like, y'all don't understand. I used to always reference the Super Bowl. Advertisers like to know that there are live bodies in front of a screen at a particular time.
Yep,
Okay.
you
And just
right.
like with the Super Bowl, everybody's watching at 8 p.m. on Sunday, the CBS or NBC, whatever it's on. And so with Bravo, it's like everybody, you know, yeah, the streaming numbers matter, but what matters most is automatically knowing that at a certain time that this airs, that people are watching and viewing, and those numbers matter, and people still do it. Like it may not, you know, people still watch streaming and all that, and that's good. But there are people that still watch TV at a certain time, you know, at 9 o'clock on Sunday, they watching, you know, Bravo, Married to Medicine or whatever. Advertisers pay for that.
But for a long time, I didn't have nothing to really watch on like Bravo and stuff like that because it was so bored without Nene. It's like it was so bored. To me, it was just like, I can't do this. It's no use in me watching this. Like, it's just bored. But another thing I want to say is I know that they're back, like Nene and Porsha. I know they back cool or whatever, but I really, really hope that Nene don't trust Porsha. Like, please don't trust her. She cannot be trusted. Like, girl, I know you calling her your little sister, but
you don't think I think Nene is smart enough to play the game, whether she trusts her or not. I think Nene is very, and she won't verbalize it to the public or whatever. But Nene is very, very intelligent, and she knows how to play these games. Just like she played nice with Kim, and know that Kim is a backstabbing, you know, privileged Caucasian woman who don't think racism is real. You know what I mean? So it's like certain things that she has done that, you know, I pay attention to. I'm not like that, but she's very good at like playing the game.
Yeah, because when she come around, like she shows that a lot of girls have the insecurities. If you go back and look at the other pictures with her and Phaedra and Porsha looks good all the time. But when I see all of them together, look who's standing out. Like she just
yeah, Nene got it. Because Porsha's not an anchor.
Preach, Michelle. Preach. It's just something about her. And so I know that. Look at that. Look at that.
And you know it.
Now,
and
me,
Porsha's a pretty girl, and she dressed and all of that. But Nene is like, you know, she got that light. She, you know, she's the star.
And I just hope they let her be on there and just let her do her thing, and make like, look, that's my girl. That's my girl.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say that I just hope she don't just trust her like that. She can't be trusted at all. She plays dirty. She plays dirty. Now when Porsha first started off, you know, everybody wanted to make her out to be like, everybody felt sorry for her. They felt sorry for her because of what she was going through with Cordell, you know, and her true colors has came out. So I just hope, you know, now that we know who everybody is, I can't wait. But I hope they give her a full-time role and have her on there because she make the show. And that'll be the only reason why I buy a subscription to Bravo or get me a Peacock or wherever they're gonna be airing it on. I may even get a cable bill. I ain't had one of those in years. You know, that would be the only reason why I would do it.
Yeah. I was looking for that video I had of
I'm breaking
Porsha.
up.
She said, thanks, Cordell, when she signed her house. Remember that? Anyway, it is what it is. But okay, well, I appreciate you, friend. Oh, she gone now. Anywho, yes, that was a beautiful picture of Nene, that like her with the flowers and all that, being the queen of Atlanta. That is like, everything is iconic, and I live for the symbolism and all of that stuff. So anyway, I think we run these stories into the ground, child. We have talked about so much. We talked about the return of Nene Leakes and the whole Ultimate Girls Trip Atlanta takeover. I gave you a bunch of tea about what happened at each individual event. It's at the beginning of the stream. Please like this video. You won't get this information anywhere else. And if you get it anywhere else, they got it from me first. Okay. Also, I talked about Kenya Moore and her reaction to Nene Leakes' return, and how hypocritical it is, because it is basically karma, because Kenya said Nene would never work for Bravo again. Nene burned her bridges. Nene needs to decide work somewhere else. So it was just interesting to bring up those different receipts. It's the same thing, and I didn't bring her up in this stream because she's relevant, but it's the same thing as Colorist Claudia. She used to do the same thing. Nene will never be back on Bravo. Nene got the big head. Nene's this, and now all of a sudden she's kissing ass. Oh my God, Nene's back. It's so great that Nene's back. I think she deserves it, and blah, blah, blah. Because she knows if she ever wants to come back, she got to kiss Nene's ass. But Colors Claudia never be back. She ain't been back. But anyway, I digress. And we also talked about Simon and Porsha, and how he has decided to dismiss at least one of his lawsuits. So rewind, watch the replay, click like, share, and subscribe if you are not subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, join my Patreon. Okay, Patreon gets a lot of stuff before y'all do. There's a lot of stuff on my Discord group. Okay, and you cannot access my Discord group unless you are in the $5 and above tier on Patreon. So basically, go ahead and do that, honey. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Hold on.
Shaggy is in, bitch. Shaggy is in. Shaggy. These people don't like Michelle, but that's my That's my
Fuck them hoes. Ain't that right, Brandon?
That's right. Get into it.
Fight them hoes.
Y'all know I ain't got no money. I'm not
She
rich
very
like
rich, honey.
I'm not rich
This
like
is
you.
a very rich bitch. She been in business way before I was in business. Okay.
No, we came in business right.
I
was 2007.
You've been in business.
That's true. I've been in business.
She's a very rich bitch.
Well, she's just a bitch.
Oh my God, I am not.
She's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the disclaimer out there. If me and Michelle actually get into a fight during this interview, just know she started.
I don't fight.
Now what else is going on?
I might pull your wig.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am your girl, Kandi, and you watching straight from the A.com.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's late in Atlanta. Good night.
Go to sleep. It's late in Atlanta. Good night.
See y'all in the next live. Bye.